Time to cash in your chips and play your cards and see what you can do here in the land of Sin City. Tonight at Sim City, it's the next round of the Northwest iRacing Cup Series as you're looking live at the virtual Las Vegas Motor Speedway, located in the Nellis Straightaway, right outside the airport in the desert of Las Vegas, Nevada. Welcome to coverage of the Northwest Sugar 200. It's the next round of the Northwest iRacing Cup Series in Season 2, presented by LSRTV, CRN Sports on this Monday night, April the 19th, 2021. Good evening. I am Wesley Outland up in the 10th floor of the Embassy Suites Hotel in Charlotte, North Carolina. Joined alongside is Greg Rentz. He's in Spokane, Washington. I think he's at home. And also in the production studios deep in the heart of Texas in Wichita Falls in the operations is Charles Wooten. He's our producer. He'll be running the boards as well as our awesome other production crew. You saw some of that at the road course race at Daytona last week. Well, Greg, here we go. Las Vegas, another cookie cutter, mile-and-a-half intermediate track. But Vegas is one of these tracks that also offer precision banking. It's happened since the track was repaved. We've seen really good cup races, Xfinity truck races in years past because of it. And I think we're going to see the same thing for the Northwest Cup and Truck Series this week.
Funny you mentioned that this is a cookie cutter racetrack. That's what we call these mile-and-a-half D-shaped ovals here in the world of iRacing. But it is also funny because of the sponsor of tonight's race, Northwest Sugar, a local bakery owned and operated right here in Spokane, Washington, jumping aboard this evening and Wednesday night for the Truck Series coming up here as well. But like you mentioned, Wesley, a mile-and-a-half oval right in the middle of the Las Vegas desert, and this race is going to be interesting. Drivers are going to be in for a wild one. We covered the ARCA race here this past Friday night with the Northwest ARCA Series, the new series here for the Northwest Racing Series this year, and these drivers had a little bit of a hard time, and these guys may be in for a hard time trying to babysit that right front tire. They're going to have to use that precision banking that you talked about to their advantage to try and keep that right front tire under control as long as possible, because Wesley, this is a very old racing surface from about 2006 was the last time this track received any attention on the racing surface. This thing is going to be eating these tires up very, very quickly in this race.
Yeah, we're going to keep an eye on that and so much more. Again, and let's talk about this facility, the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Again, mile-and-a-half. It has the dog leg, if you will. It's not like Charlotte or Atlanta or Texas, which is other SMI sister brother tracks. It's kind of shaped the way you would see Auto Club Speedway or Michigan. It's got that short little tri-oval dog leg, if you will, and we will see some good racing here tonight. Let's take a look at the race analysis as qualifying is still ongoing. We will give you the lineup when the race and the green flag drops. Right now, practice has concluded. Qualifying is ongoing on track as we speak after the drivers' meeting, and then tonight we're going to go 200 miles, 134 laps. By the way, race information 411 is presented by RaceOnTexas.com. Get yourself a speed pass today if you are in the Arklatex area. They cover races in Arkansas, Louisiana, Texas, and awesome work that Chris David and all the great staff does with RaceOnTexas.com. Let's take a look at your SawBlade.com weather conditions, bottom right of the monitor as well. It is clear. I know it says mostly cloudy, but it's sunny skies right now. 72 degrees for the ambient virtual temp. The track temp is 77 degrees. 5 degrees warmer. Wind speed is blowing now 15 miles an hour. That's going to cause a lot of downforce on the tonight, Greg.
And the lower track temperature than what we're used to here in the Northwest Cup Series, that 77-degree track temperature, is going to help them with the grip level a little bit. Remember, on these big tracks, the hotter the racing surface is, the looser the car is, because that surface is hotter. It's slippier. It's greasier. All that built-in grease comes out of the surface, and you don't have a whole lot of grip. You're slipping and sliding around, and a lot of drivers like to go with the guys with dirt track backgrounds here at Vegas because of the fact that the racing surface gets so hot. But tonight, that's not really going to be an issue with the track temperature being only 77 degrees. I think this is going to really play into the hands of some of these guys who can save tires, because with this relatively cool track surface. It's going to be very, very interesting to see if these guys can save their tires as long as they possibly can here for this 134 lap race. They only have 3 sets of tires available to them on pit road, plus the 4 Goodyear Eagles that they will start the 134 lap race on.
All right, we're ready to see this get down to business here very, very shortly again. While we are waiting for qualifying to wrap up and get the lineup set for the race, Greg, let's take a look at the point standings now, or let our viewers know about the point standings. It is the battle of the champions of last year. Defending Cup Series champion Sean Brightsman, defending Northwest Truck Series iRacing champion Dan West Jr. Those drivers are just separated by a mere 7 points. Sean Brightsman has no wins, however, 2 top 5s, 4 top 10s. He has been Mr. Consistency, if you will. Dan West Jr. now, by the way, with 1 win on the series. He won at Richmond, 3 top 5s, 4 top 10s. He's 7 points back to Sean Brightsman. Christopher White, another driver in 5 races that has done fairly well, 2 top 5s and 4 top 10s, 17 points back, 42 points back. Tied for 4th and 5th are the drivers of Stephen Paulison, the Daytona winner, with 1 top 5, 2 top 10 finishes, as well as Caden Anderson, still looking for a Cup win this year with 1 top 5, 2 top 10s, and that's right now as it stands on a stranglehold top 5 in the point standings.
But Wesley, you just mentioned Caden Anderson looking for his first win of the season, and he loves the fact that we're at Las Vegas here because he won this race last year, Wesley. That's right. The defending race winner of this event at Las Vegas. It was his first ever Northwest Racing Series victory, his first Cup win of 2 that he picked up last year. Also won at New Hampshire in the playoffs. But Caden Anderson, looking for that first win in the number 37, loves the fact that we're at Vegas because he knows he's going to be a very strong contender, although the qualifying effort leaving a little bit to be desired on Anderson. He sits 13th right now. No surprise sitting on the top of the board, though, Wesley. It's Lake Peterson, 2 wins on the season, the only driver with multiple wins in the series this year, picking up wins early in the year. Peterson on the pole once again here with most, if not all, the drivers have qualified. Only waiting on Scott Hutchinson, Ryan Bloom, and Tyson Blood, a new driver who is making his debut here tonight, to lay down a lap. That would bring us to 37 cars here on the entry list tonight for the Northwest Sugar 200.
Going to be a good time for sure. As we mentioned, those drivers in the top 10, James Thurston, Joshua Marcy, Stephen O'Hare, Kenneth Garber, James Viney in the top 15, Corey Walters, Tyler King, Bill Ross Jr., Briar Reynolds, Cole Raz right now the top 20 currently in the point standings as we move into the 6th race of the season. And we've already had a total, man, it's been pretty good, Greg. 57 drivers have attempted to race, and there are a lot of repeat racers over and over again week after week. And, we come off of the race at Daytona last Monday night. We saw Lake Peterson pick up his 2nd win of the season after we had 4 different race winners. We finally have a repeat winner. And now we also settle in and we saw what we call the road track ace, if you will, of Mr. Newton doing the other night. Paul Newton picked up the win in the Truck Series, but after being a runner-up, by the way, for the race for the Cup cars last Monday night. But needless to say, suffice to say, 5 races in, still a long way to go in this schedule, Greg. There's a lot of heavy hitters, and there's some drivers that I consider top contenders. They just need to get a chance to climb, and that's what we're waiting for, I believe.
We have a very, very versatile schedule coming up here for the next couple of races. We just had a road course race, like you mentioned, Lake Peterson getting the win at the Daytona road course for his 2nd win of the season. Before we continue looking at the schedule, real quick, Lake Peterson's other victory this year was at Atlanta Motor Speedway, a track not too unsimilar to Las Vegas as far as that old worn-out racing surface that eats the tires goes. Another track very similar to Atlanta as far as condition of the racing surface. Could that play into Lake Peterson's hands much like it did at Atlanta? But looking ahead, next week, Wesley, this is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
For the first time in Northwest Cup Series history, The boys are going dirt racing at Bristol Dirt. That's right. The Bristol Dirt Nationals, the dirt race at Bristol, all the fun stuff that has been going on at the last great Coliseum in real life has motivated us to say, hey, we're going to take our turn here. Next week, Monday night, same time, same channel, we have the first ever Northwest Cup Series race on dirt coming up at Bristol. Then the week after that, we're heading to another Crown Jewel event. We're heading to Darlington after this. We got two very, very different and very, very unique races coming up after this 200 mile race tonight.
And Greg, if I remember correctly, I believe we're going to be joined by Charles Wooten next Monday night and Wednesday night as well. He's obviously a dirt analyst, a dirt track ace, and he likes dirt track racing. And I believe Charles Wooten will not only be in the production chair, but he'll also be joining and putting in his expertise of the Cup and truck on dirt. So that's I thought that was the plan.
Oh, here we go. We haven't
even changed his mind.
We're just grading up, and Wesley's beginning to talk to the ghost.
I have started talking to him again. Hey, you've gone through the top 20 point standings, and ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the starting lineup here. By the way, there is a new sponsor available. If you're wanting to be a sponsor for the starting lineup, there's the clear box. We appreciate ComServe Wireless for all they've done, but their services are no longer as a sponsor. If you're interested, contact Jeff Stabnow or Charles Wooten to get that sponsor now today. Lake Peterson, Dan West Jr., they are on the front row in row number 1. Row number 2, for the Northwest Sugar 200, will find Cole Razzle Dazzle, and Dennis Moore to the outside of the 44. Row number 3, Justin Yee in the 66 machine, and BJ Tidrick to the outside in 72. Row number 4, Jeff Stabnow. Can he turn his bad luck around in the Cup season? He's in the 24 to the outside here at Vegas. Ryan Maines cashing his chips in 8th. Row number 5, it's going to be Bill Ross Jr. Has not had much success since Daytona, and Judd Wakefield needing to have a decent run in the 50-year top 10.
Watch out for Chris White in the number 83. He was very strong on mile-and-a-half tracks last year. He will start alongside Stephen O'Hare, the Oregon driver who starts 12th. We mentioned Caden Anderson, the Yakima native, earlier in the pre-race show. He starts alongside Daytona winner Stephen Paulison, 13th and 14th. Row number 8 will find Carl Burke and Ricky Bozer, two drivers still looking for that first Cup victory. Kevin on Friday night, he starts alongside defending Northwest Cup Series champion Sean Breitzman in the number 46. Rounding out the top 20, you're going to find Casey Garber in car number 94, the winner at Atlanta in the trucks. He will roll off in 19th. Corey Walters is going to round out the top 20.
Moving on to row number 11, it's going to find Frank Harris in the 11 machine to the outside, starting 22nd. Daryl Tidrick in the 45. Row number 12, we'll find Eric Cheney. There goes Big Bird himself with the 76 to the outside. John Ottenbacher, former Daytona winner, in the 89. There's your top 12 rows. And row number 13, Dan Lowther, the 63 to the outside. Briar Reynolds in the number 12. And final rows, I believe, now setting up the number 7 machine. And the rest of the field, Taylor Daggett in the 67. 30 cars now. Got James Vining in that field as well, the 71 machine. There you go. Toby Ritters all ready to go here for this race. There's your lineup. Casey Tillman, Bryce Clark, Tyler King, mired way in the back along with Ryan Blum. Starting 36, and the final starter, Scott Hutchinson in the number 91. Race analysis, 200 miles, 134 laps for the Northwest Sugar 200. Thanks to have Northwest Sugar jumping on board. And on the front row, Lake Peterson, Dan West Jr. awake behind the pace car. They've already came off the Nellis straightaway. They're going to work their way through the trioval into turn number 3 and 4. Watch that pace car, that virtual iRacing pace car. It's going to pull away from the field and accelerate down onto pit lane. There it goes. Here come the virtual warlords and their kaleidoscope of colors, ready to come to the line. Green flag in the air. We are kicking the asphalt and are underway here at Vegas. And on the jump, it will be Lake Peterson. Greg, he'll send it off into turn number 1. Pick it up right where he left off from the road courses of left and rights and chicanes and bus stops at Daytona last week.
But look at Cole Raz making quick work on the inside. But look out, Wesley, because the Bumblebees are hooked up on the outside. One car breaking loose out there. That was the silver car. That may have been Jeff Stab. Now, we've got problems. We got a big wreck off the
Oh, man. Well, Wakefield just got turned. Couple other cars going spinning, crashing into the infield. 1 lap and 200 feet, and we've got calamity. John Ottenbacher. There's a whole bunch of other cars that are caught up in this thing here. Judd Wakefield, worse for wear in the 50. Well, that didn't last very long.
Dan Lowther's
Greg?
involved.
Dan Lowther, yeah.
63, I believe the 71 is involved. I think the 76 might be involved. We're going to get our first Pulse Poppers instant replay of the night, and it comes on lap number 1. Saw a silver car break loose off of turn number 4. Wesley, what happened? Oh, we have.
Yeah, it looks like they just
go a little further up.
Yeah, might have to go a little bit further there. Yeah. I think was it the 93, maybe?
May have been Jeff Stabnow in the number 24. No, it wasn't Stabnow.
Oh, please don't say that.
Stabnow is in the silver car, but not the silver car I think it is. There we go. Bill Ross Jr. in the 17. We mentioned the bad luck he's had since that awesome first week of the season where he ran in the top 10 most of the race in both the Cup and the trucks. Unfortunately, it looks like the bad luck continues. He just capped the apron there in turn number 4. Fight, right up in front of Tidrick in the 72. Ricky Boser's there. Judd Wakefield goes into the wall. It's on from there as you see cars just trying to slow down. Dan Lowther, the number 63, gets collected. He has carried Northwest Sugar on board this evening. The good news for these guys, Wesley, is most of them are going to have that fast repair to use. The problem is now you've got to go essentially the entire race without that fast repair left in the bank.
Yeah, it's definitely putting yourself in a bad spot if you are caught up in an accident like literally right at the start of things. So Lake Peterson and Raz, they'll go on the front row. Again, he's got Justin Yee right behind him. And Greg, might I add that when Justin Yee is on his game and he doesn't have problems, he has showed that he's got talents. He can hang right there with them.
You know, he's one of those guys, Wesley, that we've been talking about as a potential first winner this season, and I think the more and more he goes, the better he's going to get. Wow, Jeff Stabnow. It's a little early to be playing those mind games with people, but he already has pulled one fake out on the pit road. Nobody took the bait, so he said, you know what? Nope, not even going to try it. But going back to Justin Yee, just up in front of him in the number 66, like you mentioned, he has been very strong in these races thus far. Always has a lot of speed and has been willing to help out drivers who are up and coming in the series as well. Drivers looking for some more seat time and some guidance on how to run certain tracks, certain lines. Justin Yee has been one of those guys helping them out, making sure that the Northwest Racing Series has a lot of talent for years and years to come. But getting set to re-rack him, restack him, and a lot of drivers already having used the fast repair are going to have to try to make their way up.
All right, we'll get ready to work our way back to the Geico restart zone. We will set them up for the restart. They're on the Nellis straightaway. Still a lot of racing here left to go. By the way, 200 miles, the Northwest Sugar 200. It's 134 laps. This track, of course, as I said, an intermediate cookie cutter track, and that's in no words of disrespect. It's just kind of the way that the track is shaped and but the way it's designed for. Kind of like a big Richmond, if you will, where the Cup cars were at yesterday that I was at for the Toyota Owners 400s. By the way, Alex Bowman came out of nowhere and stole one. Kind of a snoozer race, if you ask me, but definitely down to those final 20 laps, he definitely was able to get a whip on Martin Truex Jr., Denny Hamlin, and of course, Kyle Busch. Green flag going back in the air, back in the restart zone. And here we go, back to turn 1, Greg, and it is going to be Peterson on the jump. But here comes Bumblebee 2 in the double six of Justin Yee. His partner clears Raz. He'll tuck up right behind him. They look like team cars going to the front in the 3.
Peterson and Yee trying to make that outside lane work now. On Friday night, a lot of the drivers were trying to run that lane that the Bumblebees are in right now. Peterson and Yee leading that outside line. That was the preferred line in the ARCA race on Friday night to try to save that tire a little bit. I'm kind of surprised to see Raz and West down there on the inside right now. But like you mentioned, Dan West Jr., the defending Truck Series champion. Cole Raz, the Lake Oswego driver. He's getting set to race when actually this weekend in a super late model for Jeff Jefferson. But he's got some unfinished business here on the iRacing side of things first, as he's trying to take the lead away from Lake Peterson. Cole Raz with some help from Dan West Jr. trying to get the nose in front. Will we see a little razzle-dazzle at the line? It's too close to call for the naked eye. Give it to Peterson by just 8/1000ths of a second that time.
And look at them stacked up 2 by 2 right there for that spot, working their way back around the back stretch. This opens up the door possibly for Raz to the lead. He'll carry that 10 to the inside. Dan West Jr. to follow. So the Bumblebees under attack on the outside lane, and it looks like it's Cole Raz. Not done just yet. He'll hold him back off down to the inside. We go back to turn 1.
That was as close as you could get on the iRacing timing system. 1/1000th of a second to Peterson. Jeff Stabnow behind him breaking loose. That's going to open the door for Dennis Moore. Watch this 44 car tonight, Wesley. That blank, unsponsored number 44 car right there. He led the most laps in the ARCA race Friday night at this racetrack. Definitely watch for him. Still searching for that first Northwest Racing Series victory, as Peterson's going to lead that lap once again. But going back to that 44 unsponsored, they understand that he does have the typical Beaver State sponsors lined up, but the wraps aren't done yet out of that Beaver State Racing stable. But hey, you can always get and talk to them and get your own logo on that number 44 car, and you could probably get 3 for the price of 1, because you'll have all the Beaver State Racing entries in your stable as well. And all these drivers, Wesley, are always open for more sponsorships.
That's exactly right. We'll keep an eye on them as they work their way back around, with lap traffic in the midst of the leaders is right now. You are seeing Dan Lowther now possibly going a lap down. He got involved in that wreck at the beginning.
That was surprising.
While that goes on,
I was surprised Lowther elected to not take the fast repair, as he is now pinned 2 laps down in the number 63 for Team Ramrod. They're coming up on him now as a battle breaking out second, as Yee tries to get to the inside of Raz. Give it to Raz at the line just barely. But Dan Lowther, I was surprised he did not take the fast repair, and you can see what that is doing with that car. Saving that fast repair for later, and he is 2 laps down right now. And right now he's just hoping to catch a couple cautions and see if he can get himself back onto the lead lap and in a position that he can fight back, as you see him right up there in the neon yellow car, struggling right now with that damage.
Working their way through the front straightaway here, coming out of the Pennzoil restart zone. As there's Jeff Stabnow, along with a couple other cars in that battle. See what happens here. Going on inside the top 10. Garber is there. Bozer's there. I see possibly a turnaround for Jeff Stabnow. Greg, it has been a definitely downward spiral season for the driver, the number 24 out of Millings, Montana. Hopefully he can turn it around here tonight.
And you know, it was kind of dating back to last year, Wesley. He had such a strong regular season in both the Cup and Truck Series, dominating the Truck Series. At one point led the series in victories for the number 24. However, once the playoffs started, it was almost like the season just flipped the switch for the Montana man, as now he's just still fighting to get his first Northwest Racing Sanctions victory of the season. And it's been a while since he was in victory lane in the Northwest Racing Series, not just the Cup Series, but overall. It's been a while since Jeff Stabnow visited the victory lane.
Yeah, it certainly has, so we're going to keep an eye on that as they work their way back around the back straightaway again. The racing rolls on. And we're here. We're live. Coverage on LSRTV and CRN Sports of the Northwest Sugar 200. Greg, you got a little bit more information about Northwest Sugar, don't you?
The locally owned bakery right here in Spokane, Washington. It was actually opened by one of my old neighbors when I lived out in 9 Mile Falls. Shout out to anyone from 9 Mile watching tonight. But one of my old neighbors said, hey, I'm going to open my own bakery. We got them on board here for this weekend's activities at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. So make sure you give them a like on Facebook for sure. They do some awesome, awesome work. Seen some of their pictures of cookies, and you're going to see some of them at our first commercial break. You'll get an opportunity to see exactly what you can expect, as Northwest Sugar definitely has put on some awesome stuff out there.
Yes. Yeah, by the way, yes, for sure.
Yeah, no, Monday sure is not the weekend.
Day.
Technically,
a lot of people don't know this. It's actually Sunday is officially the start of the new week. A lot of people say Monday. It's actually Sunday. Yes, it is true. I beg to differ. And the Sabbath day is on Sunday.
Oh, now he's quoting Bible to the ghost.
Which is the start of the work week.
All right, Lake Peterson still leading the way.
Cole Raz
in the number 2. Or number 10 in position number 2. I'm still locked in Wenatchee mode. We had our season opener first time. Caution is out here for the second time tonight, Wesley.
We got a caution.
Oh,
we got big trouble. I think that's Judd Wakefield, a couple other cars up against the wall there. And look at this. Yeah, see, that's why you need to be a sponsor for our coverage. Look at the way we do stuff for you. The Pulse Poppers, Fish and Lures, Instant Replay. Keep an eye on Judd Wakefield. And Greg, I think this is the second time literally we've seen him get mired up in the back and get in the wall and have a caution.
Ooh, and he
got turned.
He hit the wall
and
it knocked. No, that was not stabbed. Now he hit the wall and he came down onto another car after he bounced off the wall. Scott Hutchinson.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Hello to Bryce Clark. Aunt Kathy says I'm watching on my recliner. So Aunt Kathy, do you have cheesecake? Are you kicked back in your recliner watching it on the big screen TV? Or are you kind of holding your cell phone or your tablet while you're watching the race? And
mixed bag on pit road, Wesley. Only a handful of cars coming down.
That is very abnormal. Wasn't expecting that.
Only 3 sets of tires. You had to expect some drivers were going to save them, but
I wasn't expecting that, though.
Yeah, Bumblebee cars and Dan West Jr. look like they're about the only ones down here. Everyone else staying out, so they're going to have work to do.
It'll be tires and fuel for many. And we are under the yellow flag for the second time in the Northwest Sugar 200. And speaking of Northwest Sugar, here's a word from our race sponsor. Coverage continues from Vegas when we return. Welcome back to the Northwest Sugar 200. And I want cookie. After that commercial, Greg. Yes. Greg, you have no response to the cookie comment? I think Greg's cat attacked him. Greg's cat attacked him again.
Nope, not this time. Had some audio issues on my end during that commercial break, but we're back.
Well, back to my question. Doesn't that make you want a cookie?
Oh, yeah. Makes me want a ton of cookies.
Okay.
Eat all the cookies.
Thank you to Northwest Sugar. Anyhow, our ghost producer said that did the kids on the bus would really want to beat you up, Greg, and give you a black eye. Yeah. Cookies. I would just so love to have cookies and milk right now, but instead I got cheesecake, and so does Charles, our producer. He's got cheesecake. I'm sure Aunt Kathy is sitting on the recliner, and she's eating cheesecake. No cheesecake tonight, but gummy bears aplenty. Yeah, that'd be cool. Can we see if Northwest Sugar does deliver? I mean, they can deliver cookies to North Carolina. They can deliver.
Yeah, that's a long delivery.
I mean,
that's a long delivery, Wesley. That's called shipping. We'll see. I know they're watching tonight, so we can see if they will.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have Cookie Dash, but I mean, we do have delivery, so they could mail it and make sure it don't get crushed. And it definitely put Fragile on the box whenever you ship the cookies to my house, for sure.
Yo, that's an old Italian word for throw underhand, right?
Fragile. That must be Italian. I think it means fragile, honey. We are quoting my favorite Christmas movie besides Christmas Vacation, which I really don't consider a Christmas movie. They're just nuts. A Christmas Story. Yeah. Y'all are a Christmas Vacation. Yes, I think you got me talking to myself again. Ready? Hey, by the way, Greg, we were talking about team cars as we get ready for the restart. Next time by, they're going to make their way back to the Pennzoil restart zone. We were talking about the Bumblebee cars, but look at the team cars to Cole Raz and Caden Anderson right there along one side one another, 1 and 2.
Best friends, Raz out of Lake Oswego, Oregon, Anderson out of Yakima, Washington. They'll both be racing at Wenatchee this weekend. Caden will be racing on Saturday. Cole will be racing on Sunday. But they got some battling to do here tonight in the Northwest Cup Series, each of them with 2 wins on their career in this series. Cole has a win earlier this year. Caden has been held off the winner's board so far, but definitely has a shot at Las Vegas, the track he won at last year. Is the green flag back in the air as they come through the Pennzoil restart zone. We're back underway.
And back to the green flag. Inside lane will come up to speed first through the virtual gearboxes, and watch now Raz pull away. About a car length back now behind teammate of Anderson. 2 car lengths back now is going to find the other black machine starting to show some muster of momentum to come to the front. And that is the driver, of course, of Dan West Jr., Justin Yee, Dennis Moore. Those drivers now go on to speed off into the corner. Dennis Moore, the solid black 44. Man, he's been strong the last couple of races, Greg. He stirred at the stripe.
And what was it, 2 weeks ago in the series, 2 races ago, that we thought Dennis Moore had the race locked up and late race issues unfortunately locked him out? Well, the same thing happened to him in the ARCA race on Monday night, so he no doubt will be looking for a win. How about Chris White behind him and Casey Garber behind him? 2 drivers who started outside of the top 10 have now worked their way up into the top 5. 3 if you want to count the second place driver, Anderson.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on as they make their way back to start-finish. Into the start-finish line, back to turn number 1. Hey, out in front, what a drive. Cole Raz. Raz is out in front. One of 7 drivers that are a part of the Kawicki Driver Development Program. And I'll tell you this, Greg, looking good right there in that number 10 machine. We were wondering, when's he going to break through into victory lane? Tonight could be the night for the Northwest iRacing Cup Series. He is strong, and he's got his teammate in Anderson right there with him. Caden Anderson of the number 2 spot. And we're seeing now the Anderson Raz bunch do shades of what our Bumblebee Peterson Yee program did at the start of things.
Just getting out to the front early and trying to break away. We've seen this time and time again out of KAR in the past. But how about Chris White? He just got around Dennis Moore for 3rd. And then Casey Garber, Garber's Garage, up into the top 5 as well. 3-car entry here tonight at Las Vegas for that team, as Garber's still trying to get that first Cup Series win. He has the win in Atlanta, the Spokane-based team. Still searching for that first win of the season in the Cup Series. But Garber, he's looking for some redemption as well. He had a rough go of it in Wenatchee on Saturday night, but came away with a new pair of shocks, got a nice little discount on those as well, and here he is up in the top 5.
Working their way now off the corner down the front straightaway, as we see now Raz leading the way. But look at this, man, Dennis Moore trying to hold the likes off of Everyone coming at him. Ricky Bozier's after him. Doing good in that 42 car as they work their way back to the line. And I look and I see Garber there. I see Ricky Bozier, or Casey Garber, trying to go after Dennis Moore. Christopher White. Greg, we got to mention Christopher White, okay? Let's give some love to the 83 car real quickly, as he is in this fight as well. He's right now in the third position as we're about to put lap number 28 on the board, and they're starting to go 3 wide. Precision banking allows you to do it.
It's the Bumblebees. That's what the new tires are doing.
Here they come.
Guys, they started deep in the field. They have already cracked the top 10, and Justin Yee has cracked the top 5. That is incredible driving by the Bumblebee guys right now. 3 wide behind them between Peterson, Garber, and West. Then Garber's going to back out right now. Dennis Moore in the 44. Lurking back there as Chris White tries to reel in the Caden Anderson boys in front of him.
You know, Greg, we got NASCAR at Talladega this upcoming weekend for the Geico 500 weekend, and we now see these drivers like Yee and Peterson start driving Vegas virtually like Talladega. The teammates have hooked up. They've caught the draft. They're coming to the front, and they're making it work, and they're about to run down the teammates of Raz and Anderson. One more car to get around, and that's the guy that I was just talking about a few moments ago. The man third in the points, Chris White, CWR Racing entry, and now they're trying to get it by him. Justin Yee moving to third.
So we got 2 sets of teammates up in the top 5 right now. Anderson Racing with Anderson and Raz, and then the Bumblebees of Yee and Peterson, 3 and 4 now. Amos Jr. back there. He's kind of a one-man band tonight as his son Devin not in the field tonight. Chris White, one-man band every night in this series. He's had some success, though, on the mile and a half. As Justin Yee gets around Anderson and is going after Raz. Those fresh tires are still grinding away on this racing service right now. And he's going to make quick work of these guys.
Greg, do you think?
Oh, they make contact!
Oh, they make contact!
The leaders have
Crash!
And no caution as they're below the racing surface.
They're below the apron, so no yellow flag will fly unless they go up the racetrack. Yep, caution's out.
Comes to a stop above the white line, and that brings out a caution. Justin Yee and Cole Raz battling for the lead, and they make contact, and this is going to be our most high drama Pulse Poppers replay of the season thus far as the leaders wreck.
Yeah, keep an eye on this. Watch them as they go back into the corner for the lead. Teammates of Anderson and Raz, and then you've got Yee and Peterson in the black and yellow cars. I call them the Bumblebee team. By the way, aerial coverage presented by All American Pools, and there's the contact, and you saw Raz just dig in there, and he got into him, and around both cars went. And
Let's go on board with Caden Anderson, because I think the 66 may have caught the wall. Caden Anderson will have had the best view of this because he was right behind him. Let's pick up the 37. There he is, and let's go on board with him.
And by the way, aerial coverage was presented by All American Pools.
All right, now watch on board with Caden Anderson. That's Yee right in front of him there. The black and yellow car. His teammate Cole Raz in front of him. Yee trying to side draft there. Now watch off turn number 2. I think he just scrapes the wall right there, and it bounces down, and unfortunately Cole Raz is right there. Peterson and Anderson get through, but all of a sudden you've got the only 2 drivers to lead so far selected on pit road, and now we're seeing more drivers on pit road.
We are a plethora of activity happening as cars are on the pit lane getting tires and fuel. Almost the entire cavalry is there. BJ Tidrick, Jeff Stabnow. And here comes the cavalry coming off of pit lane. Justin Yee goes to his pit stall. Heavy damage on the 66. You know he's going to have to use a fast repair now. And, you know, Greg, we still have 100-something laps left to go. Is that a good idea, do you think?
Yeah, we could. I think it's a good idea for now. Come down, get some fresh tires. You still have 2 more sets of tires left on pit road. Track temperature is staying the same right now, Wesley. In fact, it's gone down a degree. It's now 76 degrees, so that's not changing any. But 33 laps, you got 100 laps left. 2 sets of tires. You can split it in the 50-50 now for the rest of the distance.
We are under the caution flag. For the third time in this race. We had a pretty good battle there going on for position, and then they got turned. And this put us under the yellow flag again.
Quite a few drivers electing to stay out here. Lake Peterson, Dan West Jr., Toby Ritter's now your top three. Ryan Bloom making a rare start in the number 25. Had a very good run in the ARCA race on Friday night. He's up in the top 5. Anderson going to fall in line in 5th, so he will stay in the top 5. They're coming down pit road, so 4 drivers, it looks like, stayed out here on this cycle of pit stops. Peterson, West, Ritters, and Bloom. Peterson had already been on pit road once, Wesley. West, Ritters, and Bloom are still on the tires that they started the race on.
All right, so we have now Lake Peterson, Dan West Jr. And suffice to say, Greg, let's give hope to the guys that just got caught up in these accidents, because Cole Raz is good. Justin Yee's a good car. If there's still a lot of racing left to go. If they can play their cards right, cash in their chips, stay out of trouble here at Vegas, they've got a chance to get back to the front again.
Still got 100 laps left to go in this race, Wesley. 150 miles remaining, so there is no doubt these guys have the time to make it back up to the front. The question is now, with these drivers having to have used the fast repair, for reference, Cole Raz is going to restart here in 19th position. Justin Yee will be 22nd. Those are your 2 drivers that had to take the fast repair there. Now, is that going to change their driving style at all as they try to make their way back to the front, knowing that they don't have that fast repair in the bank anymore? They've already used it. Now, they have to be patient the rest of the race.
Ready for the field to make their way back to the Pennzoil restart zone. The lights are off on the pace car. Beautiful sedan pace car, and we will get ready to get them to send it again off turn 4. And the reason why I use dirt analogies like send it, slide jobs, crossovers, and so much more. The fluff, the lip, ripping the lip, all of those analogies, Greg, used in dirt racing. We're going to use them for Cup and Trucks of the Northwest. Next week, it's Bristol, baby, on dirt.
Not wait for that, Wesley. The first ever Cup race on dirt. The Truck Series.
You've never done a dirt race before. You've never done a dirt race before.
Not in real life, but I've done a couple here on iRacing.
Oh, okay. Well, we got to get you to a real dirt race. Like, seriously.
I've been to a real dirt race, but I've never gotten to announce a real dirt race. I'm kind of sad, though. The closest dirt track to me closed for good, so I don't get my annual April trip. So now the closest dirt track to me is about 6 hours away over on the West Coast, up in the Marysville area. So I gotta do a little bit of driving if I want to see a dirt race now.
All right, we're ready to go back to green here. They're in the restart zone, and we are ready to send them again off into the corner. Off into turn number 1 and 2, the restart. Lake Peterson now looking for his 3rd win. And Greg, he's also looking for back-to-back wins. If he can pull it off, he's right there leading the way. Not for long, though. Here comes Dan West Jr., like taking candy from a baby or a slice of cheesecake from Grandma or Aunt Kathy. To the top spot, Dan West Jr., the Truck Series champion, the Cup winner at Richmond. Greg looking for his 2nd win of the season. He's leading in 1.
Trying to tie Lake Peterson for wins on the season, but Caden Anderson making a move on the outside of Toby Ritters. Love that new look on the number 23, the old school Budweiser look on the number 23. I noticed it last week. He's got all his cars painted that way too now, Wesley. He's got his Cup car, he's got his truck, he's got his ARCA car, all looking like that. The only one I haven't seen is if he has the Xfinity car painted like that as well, but that is an awesome look. I love the retro look of that number 23 car. Taking a look at some action deep in the field, you got guys trying to make their way up. How about that blue car right there? That's Tyler King in the number 21. Started 35th on the night after not getting the qualifying lap that he wanted. He has raced his way into the top 10.
Watching him make a little razzle-dazzle fizzle. And we got to see Raz climb back the ladder. Anderson as well. West Peterson. Now Anderson has moved his way to 2nd. 1, 2, and 3. West Anderson, Peterson. Still impressed with the drive that 33 car has, as Greg just mentioned. Toby Ritters. He's got a good, decent run going for him tonight, Greg, in the top 5, staying out of trouble.
Problem is he's on those older tires, so he's in for a fight right now. He's going to need another quick caution to try to get himself back on sequence with the rest of the field. But the good news is, with this downforce package that these cars are using now, he's able to stay up there in the draft. We talked about that a little bit ago. Able to draft kind of like Talladega and Daytona on the mile-and-a-half cookie cutters now. So he's able to stay up there. He's not falling as bad as he would have, say, 3-4 years ago on the older aero packages, but he's still going to have a hard time holding on here if this goes for a long green flag run.
And I hope nobody takes offense to that word cookie cutter, as right now there's a lot of good racing going on here.
Hey, we have a cookie sponsorship this weekend. We have a cookie sponsorship this weekend. It's valid this weekend.
It's valid.
I keep saying weekend. I'm still in Wenatchee mode as Ritters and Barber got together on the backstretch.
What a save there. That could have been bad. They'll hold it together. No caution. Race goes on. No, we don't. Caution's out. We got a caution somewhere on the racetrack.
Help. John Ottenbacher's on pit road in the 89. See if it was him. Pulse Popper's replay coming up.
Something amiss. We'll find out.
A break for those guys who stayed out. James Vinian had keyed up that he was coming down pit road, so we'll see. Ottenbacher just coming down pit road here. Looks like he gets on the pit road clean. Ottenbacher was coming down pit road. Vinian had called out that he was on pit road. Not seeing what happened.
Well,
Ottenbacher just was able to make a pit stop. He was just on pit road when the caution came out.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there for sure. Well,
we'll find it.
Oh, our producers will find it. If it's there, they'll find it. Watching it right now, bottom of the racetrack. You saw smoke.
Saw some smoke.
Just saw smoke at the bottom of the racetrack there. And I'm understanding that is not what caused the caution. So
that was Ottenbacher that had caused the smoke. He had come to a stop down there under the apron, so that clears up what happened with Ottenbacher.
Yeah.
Ottenbacher spun on the backstretch and nose it in. Well, there's your caution right there. The unsponsored 45, Daryl Tidrick.
Yep.
Not unsponsored. My mistake on that one, but Daryl Tidrick in the 45 just broke loose there and nosed it into the wall.
But that is the reason why we have the visit by the Banana Republic flag yet again. Greg, people come to pit road. What do you think?
If I'm a guy who had stayed out on that last caution, like Dan West Jr., Toby Ritters, or trying to think back to who the third one was, Ryan Bloom in the number 25 especially, as he had fallen almost outside the top 10. I think those guys are going to pit this time. We'll see as they come around. I believe the pit road will be open this time. They're staying out. Ritter stays out. West stays out. Bloom stays out. So everyone who came down pit or stayed out, staying out once again here. They're committed. They think they're going to get another quick caution here.
And we're committed to another commercial break. More coverage in a moment. The Northwest iRacing Cup Series, and we want to thank the Northwest Sugar for sponsoring this race tonight, the Northwest Sugar 200.
ETE Reman is the world's best remanufacturer of transmissions for import and domestic cars and trucks. Based in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, our customers are repair shops, auto parts stores, dealerships, and distributors. And with 6 nationwide warehouses, we're where and when you need us. So when you're looking for a transmission that is like new, only better, instill confidence and install ETE Reman.
Welcome back to coverage on CRN Sports as well as on LSRTV. And if you're watching on YouTube, it's in 4K Ultra HD. Speaking of the 4K Ford, where is Jeff Stabnow at on the racetrack right now? Jeff Stabnow from Millings, Montana, currently in 12th. There you go. I like that car. I mean, he's having a bad year, Greg, but I like that car.
I love the silver bullet paint scheme that he's got this year on that number 24. That is a sharp-looking race car. I do kind of miss the Jason Voorhees ride from last year. I will admit, I do miss the Jason Voorhees ride.
It wasn't Jason. It was a friggin' it was a skull. I even thought it was Jason Voorhees on the car.
I'm still going to call it the Jason car. I will call it the Jason car. I will call it the Jason car until I go to my grave.
Well, I always thought it was too, and he told me it wasn't, so. Yes. But yes, me and you both in agreement then.
Correct, yes.
All right. We're going to go back to the Pennzoil restart zone, and we're going to re-rack them, restack them, and go again. For the most part, good racing so far. Still not yet at halfway. Lap 67 will be the halfway mark. They're just approaching lap number 34. Back to the restart. Green flag back in the air. Lake Peterson ready to send it off into the corner. Lap 45, my apologies. Dan West Jr. about to send it off into the corner along with Lake Peterson right behind him in close hot pursuit. Caden Anderson up 10 spots. Dennis Moore doing good. And Greg, how about the runner climbing through the charts besides Casey Garber? Tyler King, Toby Ritters, 29, up 23 spots, both of those cars.
They have done a fantastic job, and different ways of doing it too. Ritter's getting up there on strategy. Tyler King just flat out wheeling through the field. Remember, King is still looking for that first win in the series. Ooh, as Peterson kind of pushes up the track a little bit, and that's going to open the door for Dennis Moore, 44 on the door. As Tyler King, he's going to get hooked up with his teammate right here. He's going to go to the inside now of Casey Garber, and he's going to get hooked up with his teammate in the number 44, Dennis Moore. Tyler King and Dennis Moore trying to make their way up to the front.
He's after him, trying to get back up there and make something happen one more time. Work their way back off into the corner.
The third member of the Beaver State Racing Stable, Stephen O'Hare, has climbed to 11th. He's kind of just been quiet for most of the day. Stab now!
Whoa!
Down to the apron, but he will make the save.
Bottom of the track.
There's contact with Toby Ritters. Put Stabnow down there below the white line, but he hangs on to it. Nice save by Stabnow. Just a little bit of contact there with Toby Ritters. Not unlike what we saw earlier with Anderson and Raz and Yee, excuse me. Anderson is making a move for the lead on the 37 car.
Yeah,
he wants back-to-back Vegas wins.
He certainly does. We'll keep an eye on that as we watch them work their way back off into the corner. Still a lot of racing here left to go. So with that being said, we're watching them send it.
Anderson breaks through to the lead. Winner of this race last year. Trying to go back-to-back here at Vegas. West Jr. falling in line behind him, though. Then you got Dennis Moore. But look who has also cracked the top 5 now, Wesley. Fighting back. He used the fast repair. Caden Anderson's teammate Cole Raz has cracked the top 5.
That's right. Keep an eye on them. They go back into the corner.
Justin Yee is coming as well. Justin Yee has cracked top 10 in the number 66. Just made it to 9th, getting around Brett Johnston.
Another lap on the board here. We're approaching into the 50-lap mark. We're still rocking and rolling. We're glad you're along for the ride. Greg Ransom, Wesley Outland, Charles.
Oh, we got problems.
Whoa.
One car going below.
Down below the apron.
It was the 9 of Corey Walters.
Yes, it was.
Just like what happened with Stab now. The Napa 9 going below the apron, but he's going to stay on the racetrack, and we're going to stay green. Last year's Daytona winner in the Cup Series. The first ever race winner in the Northwest Cup Series. I have to fight back now.
We'll keep an eye on it. And it sounds like a battle. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big battle between Cole Raz and Casey Garber. Now, for Northwest fans, this is a battle that we've seen quite a few times here in the Northwest scene on iRacing for a while. It's been Casey Garber and Cole Raz. They have been putting on show after show after show when they fight with each other. Garber trying to get up there now to second on Anderson. Raz is going to kind of get left behind there as he had to lose a little bit of momentum there. West able to get up in front of him. Casey Garber's going for the race lead. Has that first truck win in Atlanta. Again, we talked about Atlanta. Pretty similar racing surface to Vegas. Garber likes those old worn out surfaces. He might be able to do it again here.
Keeping an eye on it. We'll watch these drivers working their way back around the racetrack. Start finish back to 1 and 2. Here they come, working their way. Yep, and I gotta say, Greg, I'm still impressed with Dennis Moore. What a good run for him in that solid black car, the 44.
Remember, you can catch it in the archives. Oh, problems! One car going around. It was a black car. We got more problems behind. Tyler King's involved. I think I saw Chris White go around.
Oh, that's Peterson! Blake Peterson!
Oh, my goodness.
The Daytona Beach winner, the Atlanta winner. Stefano O'Hare, Tyler King, teammates at the Pills Orange
Justin
machine.
Yee is involved, and he's done for the night in the 66.
Wow.
Both Bumblebee cars involved in a big one.
And the Pills cars as well.
This started with the 83 of Chris White. Chris White was the first car to go around. You're watching Lake Peterson. You'll see him pile in here. But this started up in front of him with Chris White. You see the smoke. And Lake Peterson, oh, he gets hit from behind. One car going airborne. That was
Chris White going airborne, Greg. The 83. We mentioned how good of a job he's been doing. And third in the points, actually.
We'll take another look by picking up the 83 of Chris White.
Let's ride on board with him. Let's ride on board with him.
It was contact between Chris White and Tyler King that triggered this going into turn number 1. There they are right there, 83-21.
Man, this is all in that pack.
I think it was contact between these two that may have triggered this. Taking a look. Oh, King got the wall. King got the wall, comes down. There goes Chris White. Coming up, Justin Yee. He hits the wall. There's contact with O'Hare, and hello, going for a ride. Stephen O'Hare into the wall. Blake Peterson piles in. I think I saw a green car pile in there.
Stephen O'Hare and Chris White would be a great in-car of what just happened. Wow. We're on board with Chris White. Or Dennis Moore.
We're on board with Dennis Moore right now. This is in front of him. This is in front of the accident. That's the looking out at the battle for the lead, trying to pick up the.
Here we go. Watch this.
All you see is smoke. Cho almost gets through. Oh, he started to break loose. He lost control of the car, just started to break loose, and he was just along for the ride before he even knew it.
And with the 83 of Chris White, this should be interesting. One more time. Bonus replay coverage presented by Pulse, Poppers, Fishing Lures. Watch this and listen as they're coming off turn 4. There you see Tyler King, as Greg reiterated on. Looks like he bounced off the wall. And here is where it all goes south for the 83. Wow.
You know, Wesley, Nellis Air Force Base is located just behind turn number 2 up there, which is where this incident was. So I think Chris White was just like, you know what, I'm just going to summon the spirit of Nellis Air Force Base right behind there for a split second.
We saw the jet fighters fly through the air for just a moment.
You know, hey, I wouldn't be surprised if you actually see that on iRacing before too long. I mean, Daytona's got the airport right behind them. Kokomo's got the train tracks. You might see the F-16s taking off there before too long here in the next update. That's maybe something they can add to it. I think it'd be cool.
Hashtag more short tracks is what they need to add.
That is true. Hey, how about this? How about next year we do an exhibition race for the Northwest Cup Series at the Bull Ring, the short track located off behind turn 1 and 2.
Oh, that would be awesome. Yes.
That track's difficult. You ever been to that racetrack, Wesley?
The Bull Ring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway? Yeah, I've been there before.
Been there once.
It's a very unique racetrack. It definitely is, for sure.
Very difficult to drive on iRacing. A lot of drivers in the short track scene will say that the Bull Ring is the hardest track that they go to here on iRacing. And a lot of drivers in the oval scene as well. That includes the big tracks here, like the big track at Las Vegas and stuff like that. The Bull Ring is probably one of the most difficult tracks to drive, and I think it'd be fun to watch a little short track racing. Hey, Wesley, we've got Justin Yee down here ready to talk to us here after another rough go of it.
All right, we'll try to bring him up here and get his thoughts on things so far. Justin Yee, it's broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Man, what is your take of the craziness that's gone on not once but twice for you? Victim of circumstance with things that just ain't been your fault. Okay, the first one was you got in the wall.
Yeah. The first one, I was going to pass Cole, and I just assumed that he would give me middle, and he didn't. So I had to make some third line that I haven't worked with before, and I just got in the wall coming off the corner and collected a lot of people. So that one sucked. Felt really bad about that one. I think if it went green there, me and Lake and Dan, our strategy would have won easily. But, I mean, it's only my fault it didn't work out.
Well, besides that, it seems like you've had a pretty good run of things so far. What's your take of the race and the season, for that matter? I mean, it looks like you might be done for, but...
Yeah, I alt Ford mid-crash so no one would collect into me. I knew I was done. So it was unfortunate, but we'll come back next week, and we'll try to get another win there. It's on the dirt.
On the dirt. Are you looking forward to that?
Not really, but you know, it's an experience.
All right, man. Well, we'll let you go. Thank you so much. We appreciate it, buddy.
All right, no problem, guys.
He said no. I'm not looking forward to it. Oh wow! And Charles will be joining us for Dirt Analyst Expertise, the Dirt Meister of LSRTV. Charles next week as well, a three-man team. Green back in the air. We're back inside the Pennzoil restart zone, and Greg, they're going to send it off into the corner. Cole Raz out in front, back again in that number 10. We'll see all this gaggle of traffic fighting their way to try to get around the 10 car, and there's still a lot of great contenders in this race as we approach halfway.
Ben Carr still got getting around 4 cars, including his teammate who's leading the way, Caden Anderson.
I'm sorry. Yes, my monitor.
That's the problem with these cars is exactly the same. I get it.
Well, it's not only that, my monitor screen is blurry as you know what as well. So my apologies on that. I'm trying my best.
And you know, that's the problem right there that we're seeing now is Anderson got a pretty big lead. That's going to allow these guys who were able to draft to close in very, very quickly here, including Casey Garber. Now Cole Raz is kind of stuck in a spot where he may have to help a guy get around his teammate to try to get up to his teammate. He's got to try to hook up with Garber to get back up there with Anderson right now, and Garber knows it, but now he's going to go to the inside, pick up Dennis Moore, come back up to pick up Cole Raz. Garber knows he's got to keep these KAR cars separated.
You got to keep them separated, got to let them do their own thing for sure, and do not let them turn off the water, if you will, as right now we watch these drivers working their way back off into the corner.
Look at BJ Tidrick in the 72, one of the Team Ramrod cars. He has fought his way back up into the mix after taking the fast repair, caught up in that early incident. He's up into 6th now in the Milwaukee Tool car. Ford Fusion and Mustang, behind him. ARCA winner on Friday night, Kevin Smith, picking up his first broadcasted victory and first victory in Northwest Racing Series competition. He's looking to try to sweep the week and get a win here in for his first Cup win. We're not going to talk about how I did in that race.
Yeah,
Mr.
Greg,
Producer.
how did you do in the race, Greg? I remembered you made your debut on the Northwest ARCA Series last week at Vegas.
It was actually my second start. It was my second start.
But
I got to run
two bad
Homestead.
races, though, right? What happened?
Yeah, I plead the 5th.
You can't do that as a broadcaster. You have to tell us what happened.
So I made the dumb mistake of thinking I could compete with these guys. I caught the apron coming off of turn number 2 and plowed the wall single-handedly. Didn't bring out a caution like we have on the racetrack right now. So we'll have to figure out what happened. And
That's Scott Hutchinson up against the fence.
I think that's Aaron Cooper, the 71.
Yep.
Both
Look
Poppers
at this replay logo, man. I think props to our production crew, one-man band, Charles Wooten. The coolest replay creation I think I've seen in a long time.
Glad to have Pulse Poppers on board to help us out with that. Ooh, the 71 Cooper. That's kind of like what happened to me right there. Just kind of broke loose in the middle of the corner. Yeah, that's almost exactly like what happened to me, except I got turned down into the inside wall, not the outside wall. So for those of you wondering what happened to me on Friday, that, but to the left, not to the right.
All right, so there we go. That's what happened. By the first
way,
come, first serve if you want to be a grid sponsor, by the way. Yes. Northwest Sugar? Yeah. Cookie sponsor.
I think we need to get some more companies from the Spokane area involved. That's my own bias thinking, but I think we can get companies from all over this great nation involved here with LSRTV, the Northwest Racing Series. And that does not just apply to the Northwest Racing Series. That applies to everything on LSR TV. We broadcast close to 5 times a week now.
What in the world did you cut off for? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm back. I don't know why, but my hotel internet just cut off out of nowhere, Greg. Ugh.
Well, at least the chair didn't break.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's true. You're very funny.
I know I'm very funny.
Yeah.
And Kathy says he was too busy watching Cats and Girls. That's true. I had my niece that weekend, and yeah, the little girl's a handful sometimes. Love her to death, but yeah, handful.
I'm so ready to just tell you to.
Wesley's going to reach through his computer screen before too long.
Thanks
to our next
producer. Yes.
For our next trick.
Now for our next trick, your producer is going to just randomly go, ah. Oh, okay. Dark Deceptions is next. Ladies and gentlemen, Greg. Hey, Greg, guess what, buddy? We're 100 miles in. We're halfway.
Hey, under caution, halfway point.
Yes, sir.
It's been an interesting race. Kind of a race of comers and goers so far. Differing pit strategies. I think this is going to be a lot of fun to watch the rest of the way.
I think so. Yes, sir. Certainly has. We're glad you're enjoying coverage on LSR TV, on YouTube, Ultra 4K HD, as well as on the listening on the Community Radio Network. The first of 5 broadcasts this week. We've got softball tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern. I know our producer Charles will probably settle in and listen to that. He's a fan of softball, baseball, just a relaxing game. We'll have coverage tomorrow afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern time. It's a very early start. Normally it's nighttime, but 4 p.m. because East Wake does not have lights. Go figure, Greg. They don't have lights.
Maybe I'll be able to listen to that at the Emergency Family Barbecue tomorrow.
The Emergency Family Barbecue?
Yeah, that's what we're calling it.
Okay.
We call it an Emergency Family Barbecue when someone turns the temperature down on the freezer. So now all of a sudden you have 24 hours to cook all the meat in the house. Emergency Barbecue, everybody.
I am so catching a flight to Spokane, Washington. I'm going to pop up out of nowhere.
Hi, guys.
Anyhow, in serious note, East Wake tomorrow hosting Clayton. We'll have softball coverage beginning at 3:45 Eastern time. Wednesday, we got another broadcast that we're doing on LSR TV, a special event. Yeah. Who is it? Ain't it me and you, Charles? Oh, Derek Fulton's August working with me. Okay, Wednesday night, Derek Fulton. I think it's a 7:30 start time. 7 o'clock.
7:20 Eastern time.
Yes,
I won't even be off work
Eastern.
yet before. I won't even be off work yet before that one starts. So I'll have to catch the end of it. That's gonna be fun. Super late's at Five Flags.
And then Wednesday night coverage again on LSRTV, CRN Sports, Five Flags Speedway, 7:15, and then of course 11:30 is coverage of the Northwest Truck Series from right here at Vegas. Thursday, a doubleheader. JV Varsity, Cleveland Rams coming to Clayton. And then on Friday night, it is the second round and the final 8 in the Eastern 4 regionals. Clayton, West Brunswick Trojans, all coming soon. All details at CRN Sports. We are CRN.com, and we are glad to be a part of esports as well. We're back in the Pennzoil restart zone. Green flag goes back in the air, Gregory, and halfway as well. And look at Anderson again, pulling away like a thief in the night.
Our producer,
are you serious, Greg?
Our producer is saying he's mad about us talking about Friday events. I'm going to have to maybe...
no, wait a minute. I thought last Friday was rained out.
Oh, they got...
Oh, man.
Hey, we're looking at the weather report here. We're going to be doing the no-R dance either.
April showers bring May flowers, okay? Just have that faith.
That's a new one.
We cannot repeat
again.
what Ghost Charles said. April showers, PO producer.
Teammates hooked up now. Here on the outside, I hope my old classmate is enjoying this race for Northwest Sugar 200. Hey, I'm going to have to bug Wesley here at some point about, hey, if I can get a deal worked out, can we get Lakeside on the CRN at some point? I think it would be a lot of fun. Maybe if I figure out a way to get you cookies, we can get the Lakeside Eagles on CRN as well.
Man, that'd be awesome. We could figure out some kind of way. I'll hook you up with teach you how to do it. Yeah.
I would love to.
Cookie. I'm sorry. She said Northwest Sugar and Northwest Sweets, and I got cookies on the brain. And
and you saw earlier in the broadcast what they can do.
Oh, wow. Yes,
just about everything.
Too. I mean, now some of those cookies look so darn good you don't want to mess with them. You just want to let them like dry rot and, just sit there and become hardened. But it's kind of like remember your mom when you built her the gingerbread house for Christmas? You built her the nice gingerbread house, and then you turn around and then you just eat it.
But see, that's what a camera is for, so you can document that and then eat it. Blake Peterson up into the top 5 now.
But it loses its meaning.
Its meaning was
we're referring to sugar. Yeah, we're referring to Northwest Sugar. We're not going off track here, so get you a good cookie. Yes, a cookie.
Make sure you give them a like on Facebook. Follow them on Instagram at Northwest Sugar, and you can see all the awesome stuff that they put together as Lake Peterson is climbing back onto the podium.
There you go, guys. You better go follow me. I just gave you a shout out, and I'm following you on social media now. Northwest Sugar.
Sean Brightsman is cracked up here into the top 5. He fell back out, but Sean Brightsman has been up there 4 wide. Garber, Ross, Chris White with a recovery. 4 wide at Las Vegas. Wesley, that's what you call rolling the dice at the craps table right there.
Greg, I am literally looking at her pictures and looking at the cookies and stuff on Northwest Sugar. They look really good.
I am so glad you kept that sentence going.
Yeah.
The battle for the lead. Lake Peterson wants the lead back.
You're horrible.
Bill Ross Jr. in the 17. The battle for the lead is going on, but how about it for Bill Ross Jr.? He had that terrible luck at the start of the race.
Oh, no. Wow.
Yikes.
A little hooga jooga wooga booga.
A what? No what? No what? No what? Was that?
Yeah, was that a little payback?
Yeah. Saw them have a little bit of contact earlier with the teammates.
Greg, as I called it, a hooga jooga wooga booga. Come on, say it with me. Booga jugga wooga booga. It's just
I
like,
like,
a wiggle and a biggle and a bobble and a jiggle.
I like that one a lot better. Side by side for the lead, Lake Peterson and Caden Anderson. Who's this coming up? That's Chris White, who went for a flight earlier. I did not mean to rhyme that. Sorry.
Oh, you are a rhymer right there, man.
I did not mean to do that. That was unintentional.
Nailed it.
Dan West Jr. coming up here as well as Lake Peterson gets the lead back. Peterson looking for his third win of the season, but Chris White wants his first, and he's to the inside, 3 wide behind the BJ Tidderick, trying to hold off Stephen O'Hare and company.
Certainly
All
did.
Jason Peterson. Our producers now beginning the rhyme. I apologize.
What if you start blowing it up and then you said, what if you start blowing it up and it's not your truck?
What?
Jeff, it's Charles' fault. Blame it on Charles, okay? Okay, we got to get back on track here, guys. We were literally told at a production meeting to stay on topic. And Charles will take the away for that one.
Our producer takes the fall on that one. Chris White looking to take the lead away from Lake Peterson, but Dan West Jr. has fought back to third. West Jr. Wesley, another one of those guys you can never, ever count out. Uh-oh.
Hey, Greg. So Greg, you know that recently. Oh, we got a caution.
There it is.
This is perfect timing. Perfect timing. The caution is out. Is that Kevin Smith?
Oh, it's Kevin Smith, the winner on
coming
Friday.
off of a good top, man. Oh, he won Friday? Are you serious?
He won Friday. He won on Friday.
Yeah. Maybe carry that talent to market a truck, you know? Yeah.
Was looking strong earlier, was up in the top 10.
What do you have, like a top 5 finish last week in the
top 10.
Daytona Road Course event? Yeah, I thought he did.
Ooh, he just hit the wall.
Oh, Frank Harris.
Frank Harris goes to mow the grass, but Smith gets the worst of it.
Hello, Walls.
Gonna give the lucky dog to Dan Lowther. Dan Lowther finally gonna get one of those 2 laps back.
Yeah.
He's now only gonna be 1 lap down, and he's gonna be the only car 1 lap down. You give him another quick caution, and Dan Lowther will be back on the lead lap, as he'll be the only car 1 lap down in the Northwest Sugar number 63 for Team Ramrod.
Somebody said hashtag those cookies are way too pretty to eat.
There's not a hashtag anywhere in that sentence.
I'm sorry, no hashtag. Those cookies look too pretty to eat. I'm sorry, I don't have my glasses on. Tom Freeman says nothing but love for you guys, but can we get back to the race? Ritter's family, keep rhyming like that, and Northwest Sugar is going to ask you to write a jingle for them.
Don't give him any ideas, because that means I got to actually do work. Cars on pit road, and it looks like the Caden Anderson cars are the first ones down. Now, here's the thing, Wesley. With everyone being off sequence, it's going to be kind of difficult to tell who has sets of tires left and who doesn't. We still have 50 laps to go in this race.
Yeah, it's not time for the money stop just yet. I mean, I still think it's too early.
I think we still have one more stop. I mean,
everybody on this pit stop has taken tires. So
we talked about it, though, back on lap 33. You could split it into half C from lap 33, and we thought some drivers were going to do it. This would be right around then. It would be around lap 82 that you would come in to make it that halfway shot. So maybe that's what these guys coming down pit road are thinking. Maybe they're thinking, you know what, 50 now, 50 then, and time for the final 50 for them if that's what they got going.
We are under the caution flag. They made their pit stops. We'll take a pit stop too. Back with more coverage in a moment. The Northwest iRacing Cup Series and the Northwest Sugar Cookies. Northwest Sugar 200. Back with more. literally saw Baby Yoda there. Yeah. Welcome back. Welcome back, coverage. Oh, yeah, we are rocking and rolling.
I think Wesley's excited about having a cookie sponsorship.
Man, I'm happy. Aren't you happy? Don't you like cookies?
Love cookies.
I saw Baby Yoda. I saw the Grinch. They got all sorts of cool stuff on there, man. Wow.
She'll make you whatever you can think of. She'll do it. Come
That
out
is
on
awesome.
Facebook and Instagram, Northwest Sugar.
Northwest Sugar. And on Instagram and Facebook, yes. Upper Edge cookies?
Hey, that's an idea. Once Upper Edge gets going, we get them on board with that. But that's up to the powers that be, though.
It's been a fairly good race so far. Welcome to coverage. We are rocking and rolling. This is the Northwest Cup Series and the Northwest Sugar 200. He's Greg Rentz. I'm Wesley Outland. We are under the caution flag. And we are ready to bring this one to the finish. But about 50 laps left to go, Greg. Like you said, still a lot of racing here left remaining.
Yeah, it's good. We still got a ways to go here in the Las Vegas desert. Who's going to hit the jackpot here this evening, Wesley? Because we got a long way to go. 50 laps doesn't sound like a long way, but on a 1.5 mile track, when you're shredding these tires up the way this surface is, that's a long night at the office.
That's true. Got to have everything fall into place as well, as you just reiterated on. So, again, everything has to go perfectly. Right now, it just seems like tonight, everything has went perfect for Anderson and for these other guys. And we're still rocking and rolling. Good race so far here tonight. We're far from over. There's still literally close to 50 laps remaining when they'll make their way back to the Pennzoil restart zone.
Going to be exactly 50 to go when we take the green flag.
There you go. Lake Peterson, his teammates gone, and Justin Yee, it's all up to Lake Peterson now, trying to go for his third win on the series, his second race win in a row. He'll carry Dan West Jr., defending Cup Series, Truck Series champion, along with him, winner at Richmond. And there we go, Dan West Jr. looking for the lead. Also, here comes Dennis Moore, and so impressed with the run he's got going. Chris White now back up to third too, Greg. Look at this.
I'm so impressed with the recovery by Chris White in the 83. He has had such an up and down night, and I love the theme of his car too. I've been looking at it for most of the night. I love the Las Vegas theme on board that number 83 car. He's got the deck of cards on board. This is awesome. I love when drivers get into the spirit of where they're at, and Las Vegas is Vegas. You got to go gambling here.
It's Vegas. It's Vegas. We're in Vegas.
We got problems. One car breaking loose. Middle of the pack.
Oh, hold on. Hold it together. And they're breaking loose. They're still wrecking. We're wrecking. And they're going to throw the caution. Here we go. Caution is out. I knew it was coming.
Trying to dissect who that was.
Hell, it looks like it's Daryl Tidrick again in 45, but there's other cars involved, though.
Yeah, that's not who I saw initially break loose. It was a white and red car that broke loose. Thought initially it was one of the Anderson cars, but I don't believe that's the case. We'll see if we can pick it up here.
BJ Tidrick, possibly?
No, it wasn't BJ.
Yes, it was.
BJ.
Well, it was. Look
BJ.
at that. Yes, it was.
All right, so I said white and red. It was actually red and white. James Vining gets collected. BJ collecting his brother Daryl. Oh, who was that got hit? Who was that just plowed into Tidrick?
I think it was the 45 of Tidrick again. Daryl Tidrick.
That was who got hit. I'm trying to figure out who it was who hit him. It was the white and blue car. Was that Garber, perhaps?
Or Frank Harris, the 11 again?
Possibly one of them. Taking another look at it. It was Frank Harris in the number 11.
It's Frank Harris, man. Frank, Frank just cannot seem to get any luck. I mean, he just... Let's watch this again. The pinstripe number 11 Ford, Frank Harris.
See the smoke, checking up, checking up,
man.
and nowhere to go.
It just hit the back end of Tidrick, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Frank Harris was not even doing anything wrong, just trying to avoid. Simply got collected. Wow.
And the lucky dog is going to Dan Lowther in the Northwest Sugar Camaro. He is back on the lead lap in 28th position for the first time since the opening lap. 50-ish laps to go. Dan Lowther finally on the lead lap, and you know he's got a lot of speed in that 63 car that he hasn't been able to showcase. He's going to be able to get himself back on the lead lap. It's a whole new ball game for Lowther.
I ain't heard the word. I haven't heard the word lucky dog in a very, very long time. They call it today the free pass.
I still call it the lucky dog.
And now you call it the lucky dog.
You know what we used to do in the Northwest, actually? We were sponsored by an adult beverage that I won't say on here because we don't have the rights to it. But we were sponsored by an adult beverage. Instead of the lucky dog or the free pass, we called it the free shot.
There you go. We can have a sponsor for the free shot. Yeah. Yeah, see, there's so many sponsors that you could jump on board. You could be the caution flag sponsor, the restart zone, besides Pennzoil.
We'll put your face on the pre-show graphic if you want, if you pay us.
There you go. Welcome back to the Big Bird pre-race show.
Oh, that's fantastic. That is fantastic. I'm going to send
Okay, it's my fault. Right, I opened the door, Eric Cheney. Please forgive me. I know he's going to attack me now. Oh, my goodness. Lee Morgan, I'm not drunk. Hashtag he drunk. No, I'm not drunk. Tired? Delirious? Been a long day? Yeah, but not drunk.
Call him out. Getting called out, bud.
Maybe drinking might make me get sober, but yeah, no, it's just been a long week of football, racing, Caraway, Richmond yesterday for the Cup Series. And now, Greg, I have to say, me and Charles normally do not see eye to eye with each other. That race was kind of a snoozer yesterday to the last 20 laps.
I only got to catch the first stage of that race yesterday before I had to go work on the Bandolero.
And you probably kept from falling asleep, right?
Yeah, I went out to watch. I went out to work on the Bando.
On the van, on the bus van.
Bandolero.
Oh, you have a Bandolero?
No, my cousin does.
Oh, cool. What do you know about Bandoleros?
Oh, they're race cars.
I'm only playing with you, buddy. I'm only playing. So does she race at Wenatchee?
Yeah. Yep. Her first race is
her. It's not a he. It's
weekend.
A she.
Producer in our ear. Yep. Races at Wenatchee, defending champion at State Line as well. So.
Oh wow.
Their season kicks off. The Angels Bail Bonds Bandoleros kicking off this Saturday night at Wenatchee.
And of course, they do not sponsor our program, but you know,
we'll get them. I think
was blood. It's a what? Wenatchee Bail Bonds. Is that what you said? Wenatchee
Angels Bail Bonds. Angels Bail Bonds.
Angels Bail Bonds. There you go.
Hey, maybe we can get them on board.
When you get locked up and you need a friend in a bad place, they're there for you. They're your angels.
Oh boy.
I'm just telling the truth, you know.
Charles is leading the way.
I'm
Peterson,
hearing
White,
sound effects.
Here. How about this? All three Beaver State racing drivers up in the top 10 at the moment.
Shout out to the Beaver State. At Washington? Oregon. Okay, yeah. Washington's the Apple State.
Evergreen, Apple, either or works.
Ready for the pace car to drop onto the pit lane. Back to the Pennzoil restart zone. You know, normally we have like our break where we do our...
Oh, what happened there? Chris White goes around right on the restart. May have been some contact with Ricky Bozer, and he is fallen all the way to the back below the yellow line. No caution. And he's just going to limp it on the pit road.
And 3 wide in the middle, Ricky Bozier, and there was contact there on the back straightaway.
That's going to end the night for Chris White because he's also going to get a penalty for unsafe pit entry. He's going to have to rely on a lucky dog now. Try to get himself back into it. He's going a lap down as Dan West Jr. crosses the stripe side by side. Tyler King looking for second.
Tyler King was involved in that big wreck with Stephen O'Hare, his teammate. Justin Yee, Lake Peterson earlier, and now look at him back in the catbird seat. Look at this battle going on the back straightaway. Dan West Jr. Tyler King looking for the lead on the inside of the 55 out of 4.
Wants it. He wants it.
Tyler King, all hell Vegas. Could he get it done?
Gonna roll the dice here. Try to get the lead. But West Jr. is so strong on the outside.
Another move, another shot to the back straightaway.
And Chris White's still on pit road serving that penalty. He's now 2 laps down. He's possibly going to be 3 by the time he gets back out on the racetrack.
Dan West Jr., Justin E., of course, and Peterson, all those cars were up in the front earlier. Now we've got some new life, new contenders going in there, making things happen. Still a long way to go. And Jeff Stab now moving into the top 10, Greg, the Silver Red 4K Ford, as we call it, up to the top 10. And we are approaching, under 40 laps to go.
Lake Peterson is trying to make a move up the middle with Cole Raz right there in the number 10. Caden Anderson lurking in as well. 3 wide again for second. Tyler King almost gets the wall. He has to back out of it.
Whoa, contact!
Anderson.
King got into Anderson. They go spinning. Anderson, fishtails. He gets into Ricky Bozier. No, that's Sean Brightsman that's crashed on the back straightaway.
The defending series champion.
Wow. Caution's out again.
Much like what we saw earlier with the Justin Yee Cole Raz incident, King just got up close to the wall and it bounced him down right into Anderson.
Nobody's fault, no harm, no foul, just simply a racing deal. And Greg, this will take Tyler King out of it again. Man.
What a heartbreak for the 21. See if he catches the wall. Yep,
he
right
got
there.
Off the wall right there. The right rear bounced off the concrete.
Bounced into Anderson. There's Brightsman getting collected in the 46.
Wow, look at Anderson dirt tracking it. Sean Brightsman nowhere to go. Maybe he might be okay. Maybe he might not have damage. Might have flat spotted tires. Wow. He's got damage on the 46 and a lot of it. Man, the defending series champion. And the points leader, Greg, might I add. The points leader.
We got action on pit road as well. Oh, no. They fake him out. And Cole Raz is coming in the 10. He's bringing someone else with him. Believe that may be... Who is that behind Raz?
That's the 44.
That is the 44
That's
of Moore.
Briar Reynolds, Stephen Paulison, they're on pit road. Frank Harris, Tyler King, Dan Lowther, Bryce Clark, Sean Brightsman on the pit lane. Wow. Man, oh man. Wow, wow, wow. Greg, man, we literally talked about Sean Brightsman and Dan West Jr. only 7 points back, and you see Judd Wakefield getting a free pass. He'll take the wave around, actually. Here's the difference between the free pass, a.k.a. Lucky Dog, as Greg calls it. First car lap down gets the free pass where they get to go back on the lead lap. However, they are not allowed to pit. Everyone else that does not pit, they are given the opportunity, if they're a lap down or more, to take what is called the wave around. The wave around is given before the 1 to go indication, like you saw Judd Wakefield just take advantage of it. And you are given the opportunity, Greg, to get one of your laps back or to go back on the lead lap. However, you have to go to the tail of the field.
And that is crucial when you get pinned a lap down, or even 2 like Judd Wakefield was. He was pinned 2 laps down. Now he's going to get one of those back. Now he's only 1 lap down in the Vape Hub entry. So another quick caution. He's sitting pretty because, Wesley, next up would be Aaron Cooper, who's 4 laps down. Judd Wakefield has 3 laps worth to play with in that number 50 Toyota.
Under 40 laps to go. Under 40 laps to go. The pace car will catch the field. We'll double them back up. Greg, this race so far for the Northwest Sugar 200 has had any and everything. It's been a pretty good show today out at Vegas.
I've been enjoying this race because it is, we talked about it earlier, been a race of comers and goers. Dan West Jr. taking the turn out front. Blake Peterson has led laps. Cole Raz led laps. Caden Anderson led laps. Justin Yee was battling for the lead at one point. We've had quite a few different drivers come up and take their shot at this race. Now we're seeing if they can go out and try to make it end in a good way for themselves.
Yes, a Slender Giraffe, the lucky dog, can pit. Yes, they can pit. Anybody that takes the wave around is not allowed to pit. They're going to wait for the one to go, or at least when they're given the option, and get one of their laps back. They cannot pit, and they go to the tail end of the field. I wanted to clarify that, Greg. Even though you do get the free pass, you can come to the pits, but you lose all your position just after everybody else. Exactly. Can't pit whenever the leaders hit.
So,
all right, Greg.
With that, it's on now. 27 cars on the lead lap. Sean Brightsman did not take the fast repair. Gonna hold on to it and hope for another caution.
Maybe it's not badly damaged.
Oh, it's damaged. It's badly damaged. I think Sean might be saving it in case of one more caution to have that thing ready for just long enough.
And I'll be honest with you, Greg, I think we might see another caution.
Oh, I think we're going to see at least two.
Seriously. We're even hit lap 100. Got about 36 laps to go. 35 when they make their way back to the Pennzoil restart zone. And the green flag is awaiting on the starter stand by Milton Fife Barney Jr. Pace car will drop onto the lane. This time by, they are doubled up. Dan West Jr. will hit loud pedal first in the Pennzoil restart box. There they are. There they go. Green back out. We are back underway. And Greg, Dan West Jr. pulls away, but here comes Cole Raz. Yeah, razzle dazzle on the inside. Trying to make quick work on Peterson up on the top shelf out of 2.
Stephen O'Hare, Jeff Stabnow battling it out. Those two have some history going back to last year, Wesley. They got together on more than one occasion. So...
Why do you bring up the past?
Hey,
why do you bring up the past? The past is what kills us.
Something you got to talk about. Look at Cole Rouse with a run on Dan West Jr. now in the number 10 for the race lead. Stabnow trying to fight inside of Peterson for third.
Yep. Stabnow will also carry O'Hare with him. And all right, Greg, you open the door. Great, Stephen O'Hare and Jeff Stabnow. I would suffice to say they try to respect each other. Maybe this year, but there's no love lost for each other.
Now, there's been contact on more than one occasion between those two drivers. Oh, contact! Speaking of,
wow,
between Cole Raz and Dan West Jr. Nice job by West to hold on to that car, but that opened the door for Stabnow.
This is for second, Greg.
Yeah.
Jeff Stabnow for second in the 24 car. By the way, we are 100 laps in, 33 to go to be exact, 32 when they come to the line.
Jeff Stabnow, car number 24. And Wesley, here's an unbelievable stat as Jeff Stabnow is trying to get the race lead. He wants this lead because in 5 races thus far, Wesley, he has not led a single lap yet. He wants to get that monkey off his back.
For sure. He wants to turn it around. For the driver of Jeff Stabnow, no bonus points this year. He is currently in 6th after a 4th and 5th place tie between Stephen Paulus and Caden Anderson. 1 top 5, 2 top 10s. No poles, no wins.
He's
And
just
he is
trying.
trying to run down Cole Raz
He's
for the
trying
top
to
spot.
get
Trying to.
that lap lead, get a bonus point. Try and hold on. Caution.
Well, there it is. Caution's out.
Oh, and a heartbreak.
Oh no! Is that Catman James Vining, Dan Lowther again?
Brian Reynolds is involved as well.
There
This
has
was
a big calamity there. Yeah, there's a
This
big
was a parking
caution.
lot. Yeah, this was a parking lot. Let's take a look at what happened. Going into turn number 3. Look at the hornet's nest right here. You're watching Dan Lowther, the Northwest Sugar entry. Catman right in front of him. This started up in front of him.
Well, there's Vining.
Get together.
Wow, here we go. There goes Ritters and Tidrick, and saw one car fly through the air, I believe, and got their tire front end tore off.
DJ Tidrick, the 72 car, he's done for the night. Chris White done for the night. James Vining done for the night. Several drivers, and quite a couple of them who have had very good races tonight, all have loaded up on the hauler here with just under 30 to go.
There has been a lot of calamity since lap number 1. Since that first lap complete and 200 feet past start finish line, and there has been wrecks since then. I think we're on our 11th caution of the race so far. And here comes people to pits, except Stabnow. Stabnow didn't pit. Wow. Jeff Stabnow, Greg, psychs everybody and goes on the track still while everyone else comes to the pit. Good move or bad on the 24, Greg?
Hey, he got the bonus point. It's a good move. Got that first bonus point of the year. First lap lead of the year. Got the monkey off his back. Now let's see what he can do. Another car loading up on the trailer. Brian Reynolds done for the night. He will finish 27th.
I was going to say, why don't we bring Jeff Stabnow into the broadcast booth and talk to him? But honestly, I don't want to jinx him. I don't. Every time I try to talk to him, every time I try to talk to him, every time I want to get a word with him, something happens. I am not in. Oh.
Wesley's going down to see if he can dial up with Jeff Stabnow. And what he's talking about was last week, tried to talk to Stabnow in the middle of the road course race, and we saw Stabnow in the wall about one turn later. Wesley definitely hesitant about that right now. Down there making sure everything's okay, and it sounds like Wesley has caught up with our current race leader.
I do, except he's got one word or two words actually, and that's old duck. He's a sitting duck. And Jeff, how do you feel about that, man? But I know you're going to do everything you can first off to get bonus points, lead laps finally this year. And why didn't you pit?
I got a lot left on these tires, and I had to think that a lot of guys were going to stay out with me, but they just didn't do it. So we got about 4 or 5 cars on old tires behind us, and yeah, you know, I don't think it's just a matter of time before they catch me with them fresh tires. So we'll see how it all plays out. I got quite a bit left on these tires, and we'll just see what I can hang on and do here.
Are you anticipating another caution flag, and that's when you're going to come down to the pit lane and do your money stop?
We'll see. You know, it'd have to be long enough to get an advantage on tires on these guys, yet have enough time to get back up to the front. And we really don't have much of a window for that. So, you know, maybe if we can get something here around lap 118 or so, I might think about it. But otherwise, I've kind of made my bed here, I think.
Jeff, what would it mean to you to finally get off the schneid of what's been an definitely downhill spiral and go to victory lane and be one of the 5 different winners in 6 races on the Cup Series?
I don't know, but Schneid, we got some top 3s and top 5s this year. But yeah, I mean, I'm here to win them, man. I don't count top 3s. I'm here for the wins, man. I want to win every stinking race. So second is just not what I'm after. Neither is 5th or 12th. So
if you ain't first, you're last.
If you ain't first, you're last. Dang it.
And by the way, Jeff, I really was hesitant to interview you because it seems like every time I try to bring you in for an interview, I'm damn it, Wesley, you're bad luck. I make you crash, you hit the wall. He said so. Hopefully that doesn't happen. If you wreck, blame it on me.
I will.
No hesitation. No hesitation whatsoever.
Go get him, Jeff. Thank you, buddy.
That was awesome.
Okay. He sounds like he's in high spirits, and I pray he doesn't crash. Did they hear you, or are you just talking to us? He's eating chips and doing a little tap dance. We got salsa, Greg. That's what our producer's doing right now.
All right, Jeff. Done.
All right, so here we go. Our producer, while he was eating chips and salsa, was telling us that the leaders up in the front have about 12, 15 laps tires. For everybody else, they got about 23 to 24 laps of tires on their used up tread. Everyone else is on about 12 to 13 laps. So this is going to be interesting. Back to the Pennzoil restart zone we go. Let's see what goes down. Jeff Stab now pulling away. Could tonight be the night? He's cashing in his chips at Vegas and bringing them to speed in one.
Trying to pull away, said he was a sitting duck, but man, he got a nice lead out there with the 3 wide behind him between Moore, Ross, and Smith. That's
They're wrecking. We got a trouble. Cole Raz in the 10. And the caution is not out yet. No caution. No caution yet. No caution. We will stay green.
Get one.
No caution, Greg.
I'm very surprised we didn't get a caution out of that one. Look at Kevin Smith going for the race lead here. Can he get his first Cup win? Trying to get it done. Dennis Moore looking for his first Cup win. Bill Ross Jr. trying to get his first Cup win. 3 drivers all looking for win number 1 on the Cup Series, chasing Jeff Stab now right now.
Working off of turn 4. Laps coming to an end. 25 laps to go, under 25 laps to go. Look at
Kevin
Bill
Smith.
Ross Jr. start to come through the field. Holy cow, Kevin Smith with a little dirt track move. We'll be dirt track racing in Bristol for the Cup and Truck next week. Trying to stick it 3 wide. Lap card down below the bottom of Dan Lowther. And there they go up the racetrack into the corner into 1 and into 3 and 4.
Caution.
Man, caution is out. We've got a caution somewhere. We don't know. Bryce Clark has gone around.
Fatback Bryce Clark involved, the 3rd Garbers Garage entry.
You got Big Bird and you got Fatback. Caution out for the 13th time. Wow.
Taking a look at what happened on the backstretch. Tyler King right there in the 21.
So we'll see what happened to him here. I think Fatback just lost it on his own, honestly. Look at that right there. Yeah. Oh, no, he had help. Oh, man, Tyler King.
Clark caught the wall and King had nowhere to go.
Man. Tyler King cannot seem to catch a break. Well, I was going to say if we wanted to grab the Catman, James Viney, and he was put it in there, he was available for an interview, but he's had another bad night. He's left for the evening. So has Chris White. Tough break for him. Briar Reynolds has also left the race. Man. Greg, I know who I'm going to try to talk to. I'll be right back.
All right, Wesley's going to go down and see if he can pick up another interview. Kevin Smith leading the way right now in the number 00. No, excuse me. He's in 3rd behind Stab now and Ross. Lowther getting the lap, or lucky dog, in number 63 as he had to make a green flag pit stop. He will get his lap back and get back on the lead lap.
Dennis Moore, broadcast booth. You got a copy? Dennis, you got a copy?
Doesn't sound like it.
Well, I met him. He responded. All right, we'll try to see if we can. Oh, I think it keyed up. Dennis, you got a copy, bud? Dennis, can you hear me? Broadcast booth, you got a copy. Want to interview you. Okay, apparently, man, he responded earlier, but I guess apparently he's got something going on. I don't know. I wanted to get a word with him. He's doing really good. Greg, he's in the top 5. Got a good run going for him.
Doing a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Still searching for that first Cup win. Was so close a couple of weeks ago at Homestead, Wesley. I thought that was going to be the race that he got his first win. I really, really did.
All right, we're under the yellow flag. Fatback, Bryce Clark, you got a copy in the broadcast booth?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, what happened over there? Man, just seemed like you really trying to just hang in there and just survive, and then you tag the wall, and innocently Tyler King nowhere to go.
Yeah, I just lost it there and tried to save it and overcorrected, and the wall came really fast.
A really tough break there for sure. What's the race been like tonight?
It's been loose and slick all over the place. I don't know if it's just me or if anybody's like it, but I asked my teammate Casey if he's been having problems, and he said it's loose at first, but then it gets tight, and mine just gets looser and looser throughout the run.
And Greg, he uses analogies like loose and slick, and that's kind of what we're going to see in the dirt next week at Bristol.
Yeah, so Bryce.
Hey, I love the dirt.
Go ahead, Greg.
I was going to say, Bryce getting a little bit of experience ready for dirt. You said it. You love the dirt. You're excited for that race at Bristol next week.
Oh, yeah. I work on dirt modifieds all the time, so I think I got kind of a concept on how to set them up.
All right, man. Well, we'll let you go. You going to try to hang in till the end of the race, or are you done for, or call it a night, or what?
I'm just going to hang out in the back and try not to wreck no more.
All right, buddy. Go get him. Thank you very much. That's
Thank you.
Bryce Clark, Garber's Garage team there. Along with Casey Garber, so he'll live to race another day for sure. And a lot of calamity tonight, Greg. A lot of calamity.
Been a rough go of it here tonight. We're not done yet either, Wesley. It's
no, we're not. No, we're not, man. Holy cow. Wow.
It's still going to be a wild one. Still just under 20 laps left. It's set for another restart. Can Stab now hold on? He's still got that 3-car buffer before the first car on fresher tires, which is Dan West Jr. in 5th.
Ready for the field to make their way back inside the Geico restart zone. Correction, Pennzoil restart zone. Correction, it's not. For how much? Dang, whatever. Ready for the field to come back to green. Here they come, back to speed. Now, Greg, here's something we thought about as we see Jeff Stabdown pull away, Kevin Smith as well. With these cautions, letting tires cool off, that's a good thing for everybody, especially the ones on used rubber.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a help. And not only is it helping them cool the tires off, Wesley, it's also clicking laps away, which is also helping because that's that much less time that he has to try to hold off. But boy, Kevin Smith, he wants his Cup win. He knows that his confidence is sky high right now after getting that win Friday night in the ARCA race.
We're going to keep an eye on this. Our producer said he's got a feeling there's a big one coming on in the top 5. Well,
there's a lot of lap traffic right in front of these guys, Wesley. A couple of cars coming off pit road.
And we're watching it.
Ooh.
Wow, look out, guys. Excuse me, coming through. A log jam of traffic right there, man. Boy, that about bunched up the field behind him there, Greg.
And that almost was a catastrophe. Hey, Bill Ross Jr. has gotten around Smith for second. We talked about him earlier in the race, said he had a great run at Daytona, and since then it's been a rough go of it. Here he is up in the second spot now. Great looking run for Bill Ross Jr. Can he break through and get that first Cup victory?
We'll see what's going on here. Next Monday night, next Wednesday night, ARCA. Friday night, Northwest Series. If you want to become a part of the Northwest League and sign up if you're part of the Northwest US. But the big one is the Northwest Truck and Cup Series. We got a car dirt tracking it off the corner. Look out. That was right in front of Peterson. That's Cole Raz. Razzle dazzle. The shizzle dizzle hizzle. He'll hold on to it. And no caution.
As in Peterson made contact.
Wow. Peterson and Raz. Peterson held his line. Razzle dazzle falling back. For the lead, a couple of Team LSRTV cars. Defending Truck Series champion and the Richmond winner, Dan West Jr. Sizing up Jeff Stabnow, who just wants his first win of the year. Get back on the winning momentum. He's holding them on. Laps winding down. Coming up to 15 to go.
And Dan knows he's got those pressure tires, and he knows he's got a big buffer before the next car on fresh tires.
Kevin Smith about drove it in the grass, the 00 car. Coming off for the front stretch of the 00. What a save for Smith. No caution,
Nice
though.
job by Smith, but we've got a new race leader. Dan West Jr. clears Stabnow, coming to 12 laps to go.
DWJ moving up to P1. Dan West Jr. The man of the number 55.
How about Brett Johnson in the Coca-Cola entry, Wesley? He is up to 5th now in the second car.
What a good run for him. Dan West Jr. from Shelton, Washington. Jeff Stabnow from Billings, Montana, battling for the lead. And now they have gone 1-2, flip-flop them. Bill Ross Jr. sitting there ready like a coiled cobra, ready to pounce on their prey, ready to steal the cookies from the cookie jar. He sits in third. Northwest Sugar.
He made the cookies.
Wow. Wow, looks like Aiden Anderson about to get a visit from Cheech and Chong. He's about to be up in smoke.
What?
Comes down
on
to the pit lane.
37. And
You never heard of that? You never heard of Cheech and Chong?
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
He already is. Yes, he is. My screen is not clear.
Ooh, Casey Garber and Brett Johnson fighting out for 5th right now. Can Garber get up there and get a top 5 by the end of this? As we're 10 coming to 9 to go.
10 laps to go. Greg, do you think Stabnow could play possum and ready to strike there?
I don't know.
4K Ford?
He's on much older tires right now, Wesley. I think this one's Dan West Jr.'s unless we get a caution. I think West Jr.'s just got to stay out of trouble the rest of the way.
And Dan West Jr. would go on to be the second repeat winner or second two-time winner of the season, as Lake Peterson won Atlanta and won last week at the Daytona Beach Road Course. We will see if Dan West Jr. He won Richmond. Right now he is leading the way here at Vegas. Under 10 laps to go, ready to bring this one on home for supper, or a late midnight snack as they call it. Northwest Sugar would be a great substitute right now, with the laps ticking away.
Jeff Stabnow in second. A nice buffer between himself and Bill Ross Jr. Stabnow looking for his first podium of the season. Only one top 5 that came 2 weeks ago at Homestead. He's trying to hold on to it for Bill Ross Jr. in the number 17. He finished second at Daytona. Since then, Wesley, his best finish, 17th. Can he get his second podium of the season in the 17th?
We'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep an eye on it. We're going to watch him. Look at Judd Wakefield, man. His car is completely just shredded away. And guy's got a lot of junk in his trunk. What can I say? It's good. Actually, it's trying to run down Judd Wakefield. Look at that. The hub something. Okay, I'm glad it was.
In fourth place right now, Wesley. Fourth place right now is Kevin Smith. He only has one career top 5 in Northwest Racing Series competition.
Yeah,
and it came in a truck. It came in a truck. He has never finished top 5 in a cup race. He sits fourth now late.
A top 10 last week at the Daytona Road Course for him.
Looking for back-to-back top 10s.
Good field of cars in this race. As a matter of fact, about 37 took green. And it is down to...
They're all chasing the 55 of West right now.
That's right. That's right.
And to 3 to go.
Final laps remaining. We watch Kevin Smith, but there goes DWJ from Shelton, Washington, Dan West Jr. Boy, oh boy, the defending Truck Series champion.
He's going to be
sitting there in the lead. Yes.
He's going to be a favorite to win on Wednesday as well. The defending Truck Series champion when we come back here on Wednesday.
And you say he'll pull out the broomstick and sweep the weekend. And by the way, he's already done that one time this year. He swept Richmond, if you remember. You remember that? He won the truck race and he won the cup race. He swept the week.
Now he's coming up about a lap away, but he's having connection issues.
No.
He's having connection issues.
Oh,
Dan West Jr. having connection issues.
Are you serious? Because this is what Jeff Stabenow needs.
He's
Who
back.
to go?
No,
White
it's
flag,
the white
one to
flag.
go.
It's
It's
the
the
CRN one to go. Can West hold on? Can he hold on? Does the internet hold on for West?
Are you kidding me? Dan West Jr.'s got to be literally in dipshit and praying mode all at the same time. I think he's got it. He's
loose.
Dan West Jr. gonna hold him off. Here he comes. Second win of the year. He'll win the Northwest Sugar 200 at Las Vegas. Dan West Jr. Maybe, Greg, if there was 2 laps or 3 remaining, Jeff Stabenow might have had a prayer. He'll have to settle for second. And how about Bill Ross, his second top 3 at Daytona and now here at Vegas as well.
And Kevin Smith gets the top 10 again. Bill Ross Jr. was involved in that first caution of the night, and he winds up on the podium. Outstanding work. But it's all about the 55. It's a 1-2 for Team LSRTV. But Dan West Jr. gets his second win of the year.
Man, oh man, oh man.
And of
lighting them up and burning them out, and of course the famous Northwest
Demo
celebration post-race Demo Derby Smash to Pass coming up.
We're gonna let West get his celebration in, but watch out because you never know who's coming in a hurry. You do these burnouts here.
Woo, here they come.
1 car going by, 2 cars going by. Brightsman just misses.
Wow.
West is going to burn it down as long as he can, but he's a sitting duck right now.
Nose in the air.
Oh, there it is. Stabenow.
That was Stabenow with the first hit. Yeah. He said, how about that? Take that, man. Oh, my goodness. He has literally got Cheech and Chong riding with him
behind him. Behind him, someone's coming.
Look out. Oh, he got slapped by 2 at one time. Oh, they got to pay double for that kind of action.
another one.
Oh my goodness! Oh, he's flipping, flying through the air.
Brightsman just sent him to the moon.
That's it.
Oh, and more got Brightsman. Every single time the Northwest Racing Series
we love it.
concludes, it's a demo derby on the front stretch. We love it.
We love it. We love it, man. Yeah, wouldn't it be cool if a real race like that happened? You'd be at the track every week.
Yeah, it's called Talladega.
No, I'm talking about post-race, after the race was over. Is what I meant.
Yeah, it's called Talladega.
Just put Tony Stewart in charge.
All right, let's take a look at the results.
Oh, my goodness. The sawblade.com unofficial results here. Dan West Jr. will get the win. Surviving netcode at the finish. Jeff Stabnow, maybe if there was 3 laps to go, he might have got back to get around him. Bill Ross Jr. will finish in third. Good run for him. His third top 3 of this season, or second top 3 after the season opener at Daytona. Brett Johnson, fourth. Casey Garber, fifth. Kevin Smith with a good run. We mentioned, man, it's not a top 5, though, Greg. He finished 1 spot back. So it's another top 10. Stephen Paulison, 7th. Dennis Moore, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Going also to the drivers of Brian Blum and Ricky Bozier.
How about it for Bloom in the 25? Starts 36th and gets a top 10 out of it.
Yeah.
Stephen O'Hare comes home in 11th. Cole Raz comes home 12th. Corey Walters has a nice recovery after having an issue in 13th. Dan Lowther was pinned 2 laps down for almost this entire race. Comes home in 14th position on the lead lap for Northwest Sugar in the Northwest Sugar 200. That's a great recovery by car number 63. Judd Wakefield and Lake Peterson, the last 2 cars on the lead lap. Frank Harris and Sean Brightsman finished 1 lap down, 17th and 18th. Troy Daggett and Toby Ritters 3 laps down each. They round out the top 20, Wesley.
And the rest of the rundown includes Aaron Cooper, John Ottenbacher, Caden Anderson at the top earlier, falls back at the end. He'll settle for 23rd. Dale Churchick, 24th. And fatback Bryce Clark, 25th. Tyler King, man, I thought he had a shot. Just bad luck all around for the 21 Pills machine. Briar Reynolds, BJ Tidrick, James Vining, Chris White, another one of those drivers that needed to have a decent run. And down to the rest of the rundown, it includes in the top 30, Scott Hutchinson, Justin Yee, again, one of those other drivers, Casey Tillman, Ryan Maines, Carl Burke, Big Bird, Eric Cheney, go figure, another bad night. And I think Tyson Blood was actually on the race directing side of things. All right, Greg, I know you got to go get some shut-eye, bud. Your thoughts of this race, and we'll get ready to do it again for Vegas for the trucks this upcoming Wednesday night. And next week, it's on to Bristol and Dirt, baby. Yeah.
And this was a fun one, Wesley. Las Vegas always puts on a great show, and it did not disappoint. Several different drivers taking turns leading the race, and at the end, Dan West Jr. gets his 2nd win of the year. But man, what a performance the Cup Series put on. 37 cars strong, and they had a fantastic race. I'm excited for the trucks this Wednesday, the other Northwest Sugar 200, but man, it was a wild one tonight in Vegas, and can't wait to go hit the slot machines and see what we can cook up here until Wednesday. But man, what a great race tonight.
A good time, and for that, we will thank Northwest Sugar one more time, play their commercial, and when we return, we'll have our post-race wrap-up and talk to the top 3 after a wild one. After they cash their chips in at Vegas, it's Dan West Jr. with his 2nd win, making now the 2nd different driver to repeat or have repeat wins on the season, joining Lake Peterson. Welcome back to the virtual Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Hey, it's iRacing. It's the Northwest iRacing Cup Series. Don't forget the trucks will be back here for their portion of the Northwest Sugar 200. Airtime 11:25 Eastern on Wednesday night. But anyhow, we're going to grab a word with our top 3 drivers here, LSRTV CRN. We're going to grab a word with third place, his third place of the season. He was the Cup Daytona third place driver, Bill Ross Jr. Bill, your take of this race at Vegas, and how do you turn things around and get caught up in an accident? You come back, redeem yourself, finish third, and this is nothing like Daytona. Nothing.
Oh, I was so bummed out, and I felt like I wrecked the field, and here we are just in the first lap, and I blew it in the pits, forgot to uncheck my tires, so I also went on that race with basically 2 sets of tires. So, yeah, to come back to get third, I was just hoping for a top 20. But, it was a blast.
Well, everything fell into place for you. This race did have its share of cautions and opportunities to try to turn things around. Could you say that kind of fell in your favor there? Or just kind of once you had your problems at the beginning of the race, just kind of maybe still a word from Jeff Stab now here, play possum and kind of stay out of trouble pretty much and just be there at the end?
Yeah, I had to go the whole race because I also did my quick repair. So I went the whole thing, without a net. So, yeah, I had to kind of hang back, and then the cautions did help me and kept my tires from getting too wore out. So it was a lot of luck in that one.
All right, buddy, you're the man, third place. Thank your sponsors. It's always good seeing you, Bill.
Yeah, I want to thank my electrical business, Lakeshore Electric, and my design business, WDR Design, and a few others out there, and enjoy running this series. And everything you guys
Bill
do
Ross.
too. Also,
Thanks.
Northwest Sugar. Glad to have them on tonight.
Cookie. Bill Ross Jr., thanks, man. Third place tonight, and we look forward to seeing you for many, many more races to come up. 6 spots. He started this race in 9th. He'll finish in 3rd. Right there with him. Started the race in 8th, and he will finish in or 7th and finish the race in 2nd is Jeff Stab now. Jeff, did I jinx you? Did the tires run out? And did you even realize what blinking issues, ink and blinking nod was visiting Dan West Jr. that could have maybe gave you a shot to win?
I knew he was blinking up there, but it wasn't too bad. I was on old tires, man. I was, we were fast. Drove up there on old tires, kind of stayed, got new tires, and then just didn't take that last pit, got on old tires, and surprised, actually happy, that I was able to hold on and get second. I thought I was a second sitting duck. I thought I was going to get trucked by the field. Would have liked to head first, would have liked been on the right side of that pit strategy and seen what we had for Dan there, but given the circumstances, I'm pretty happy with a second.
I was going to say that. This is to be like a win with the craziness you've gone through this year. It's got to be.
Well, it's like a win, but it's not a win, Wesley.
But you
Dan got the win.
Well, it's like the guy told Ricky Bobby after he ate first or last. Hell, you can be 2nd, 3rd, 4th. You can even be 5th. So, but anyhow, to get 2nd, it's got to be a way to come back after some of the bad races you've had this year so far.
Yeah, I think this race was kind of a microcosm of that. The first field run, I was just overdriving the car, and I was sliding all over the place, burning those tires up so bad I could hardly keep them underneath me. Second run, I started moving up through the field after I got her figured out, and got contact with one of the drivers that screwed the car up. So then there at the end, we got her fixed up and marched straight to the front of the field, and thought we had a hot rod, and so felt pretty good about that. And then just, got caught on the wrong side of tire strategy. But, if the wrong side of tire strategy is the second place, I can live with that.
Thank your sponsors here in closing. But my final question for you is, do you feel like you can take this run for tonight to help you prepare for the truck portion of the Northwest iRacing Truck Series, Northwest Sugar 200 on Wednesday evening?
Absolutely. I mean, the trucks are a bit of a different beast, but it's still Las Vegas, and just any seat time here is going to help there. Got some ideas there for Yeah, there's a few things we could take. We'll get the set built tomorrow night, and should have a nice piece for that race. Big shout out, obviously, the LSRTV all over the car. 4K UHD. Cody works his butt off putting this stuff out there in 4K, man. Wesley, you're the best in the business, man. You and Greg as a team are the best in the business. So big thanks to you guys. You guys put on a heck of a show. And big shout out to Northwest Sugar. Rumor has it Greg is buying runner-up cupcakes for me, so expecting those here pretty quick. So no, big shout out to Northwest Sugar, and check out their Facebook page, guys. It's Northwest Sugar on Facebook. They got some fantastic looking stuff on there. It's amazing the pictures of stuff they've got on there, and so happy to have them on board here for the Cup race and the truck race next week. And big shout out to Greg for helping us get hooked up with these guys.
And you know what, Jeff? I finally figured it out. Charles was telling me he's got a birthday coming up next week. Baby Yoda Northwest Sugar cookies. I'm going to have them mailed to his house, delivered or mailed, whatever the hell we're going to do. UPS, I don't know. Amazon, somehow, some way, we're going to get Northwest Sugar cookies mailed to him for his birthday present. Yes.
I should probably mail some to Dan too, man. Dan and I practiced last night together, and Dan really helped me out last night. So, if I was going to get second, I'd rather, be to Dan than anybody else here tonight. So, congratulations to Dan, and Greg will be sending you some cupcakes too, Dan.
The victory lane we go to the man of the number 55. Thank you so much from Billings, Montana. Jeff Stabnow, he'll finish in second. And the man that's the winner again, he won Richmond. He won Richmond in the trucks as well. He swept Richmond, and now he's going to try to do the same thing 2 times this year. But by the way, he is the second season joining Lake Peterson now after last week winning Atlanta, then Daytona Beach Road Course. He won Richmond, and now he wins here at Vegas. 2 totally different tracks. 55 at Shelton, Washington. Dan West Jr., Truck Series champion the last year. Dan, everything just seemed craziness tonight, Vegas. Everything didn't fall into place. I can't give you that credit, but you even got involved in some scares yourself, but stayed out of there and right place, right time. Tire strategy, conservation, pitting when Jeff didn't. What's your take? You think they got you the win? Congratulations, my friend.
Thanks, buddy. Lucky Vegas. I think that to get in here and get a top 3 finishes, you have to be lucky. So as you can see, towards the end of that last run, we had some top players, 3 or 4 fast cars that get taken out. So as like you're kind of relating to early on, I think it was Justin, Lake, and I, we were off strategy with tires, and I kind of got a little bit concerned, but Jeff kind of talked me to just keep my head up and keep driving the car and don't worry about that. We're still pretty early on in the race, so that's basically what I did, and I was surprised how fast the car was on a long run, even out first.
Well, listen, the season you're having in both the Northwest Cup and Truck Series, what can you say about it? Everything's just falling into place for you, literally.
Well, it is. I mean, but it comes with practice. And like Jeff was saying, him and I did put some practice in last night, and practice pays off. I got good teammates, and that's you can see that with Lake and Justin. You see those guys are fast week in, week out because they practice. So yeah, there's luck, but there's also, you put the effort in, you're going to have the results, right?
Definitely. Hey, where was Son Devin at tonight, and how did he do at the racetrack over the weekend?
He did awesome. It was a new car for him, and he won his heat race and finished 4th in the main. So pretty proud of him. He's working this week over in Wenatchee, so he won't make the truck race either. He'll be home Thursday night.
I got you, man. Well, listen. How excited are you to be going to Bristol next Wednesday night?
Well, I love the dirt. That's kind of, I feel like, in my wheelhouse, kind of my home. But I'm a little nervous. I feel like since they've changed the truck sets and the car sets, I don't know if it's tires or what they did, but the cars just seem like they're super tight. I like to drive them off the right rear, and I don't feel like I can do that now. So I'll have to get in there. I haven't practiced too much with it yet, so I'll have to get in there and see what we can do.
Yeah, the word loose and slick is used several times tonight on pavement, and I got a feeling definitely that's what we really want to use, obviously, for next week. week at Bristol, but you're the complete opposite. Well, listen, everybody, you want to thank sponsor-wise, and yeah, man, we got to get you some Northwest Sugar cookies. Somehow, some way, we got to get you some.
Yeah, I need a Northwest Sugar cookie right now, man. I got the cravings for one. Definitely everybody talking about it. Give me a big glass of milk and some sugar cookies or cupcakes or whatever it is they make. But from what I see and what I hear, they sound pretty awesome. So, yeah, thank them very much for coming out and being on board this last week, and hopefully they'll come back again later on in the year. But LSRTV, again, like Jeff said, you guys are the best, and I appreciate everything you guys do week in, week out. You guys are very professional and fun to listen to. I love going back and watching the race. Again, Effective Web Solutions. Thanks, guys.
Well, we get a little bit off the rails whenever our imaginary producer's talking to us, saying things that's making us go off the deep end. But other than that, no, we definitely do have fun. We for surely do it and enjoy doing it with you guys as well. So good luck, man. We'll see you Wednesday for the trucks right here.
All right. Well, yeah, we got some work to do. Like Jeff said, we haven't even started on that yet. So we got some work, and we'll see you there, Wesley. Thank you very much, bud.
He will try to do twice this year. Repeat winners and sweep the week. Not weekend, the week. Wednesday, Monday, winner. He done it at Richmond. We'll see what he can do here at Vegas as well. Hey, thank you to Northwest Sugar. We appreciate them. Follow them at Northwest Sugar again on Facebook and Instagram. Give them a follow and a like and a share. And, check out all the cool things they got. Cookies so good. Cookies that look so good, you don't even want to eat them. You want to hang them up as ornaments on your Christmas tree or on your refrigerator. So turn them into magnets. But, no, they look really, really good. And we appreciate them being a sponsor here this week for coverage at Las Vegas. Hey, next week the Cup Series is at Bristol. Truck Series will be Wednesday night right here at Las Vegas for the Northwest Sugar 200. And by the way, there's a special event on Wednesday night as well. Derek Fulton and myself will be on the call for that from the Five Flags Speedway in Pensacola, Florida, the home of the Snowball Derby. I know that track very, very well, being one of the Joe's Racing Products pit reporters. And we will have coverage of that beginning at 7:15 Eastern time on Wednesday night as well. That's our next broadcast. Of course, as always, Northwest Racing Series on social media, and you can always follow at LSRTV, at CRN Sports on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. For Jeff Stabnow, Rocket Media, for our producer, Charles Wooten with another phenomenal job, and for Greg Rentz, as always, working with him. I am Wesley Outland. Y'all be good to one another. Thanks for watching and listening to coverage of the Northwest iRacing Cup Series. Congratulations again, Vegas winner Dan West Jr.